All right. It's about that time. It's about that time. I might need to turn my mic down ever so slightly. We're down like a decibel. I just don't feel like spiking the audio on this again because goodness sake. Goodness. We're getting going about 10 minutes before this game is scheduled to start as far as I can tell. Everything looks well. Nothing is too much of a problem. I'm still messing with the audio a little bit because I feel like I'm constantly too loud and peaking the mic out when I absolutely don't need to. Who cares? I got small knuckles. He like blends into my jersey with the light, but I got tiny knuckles this weekend. It's really fun. It's really fun. So, very, very interesting matchup this week. It is Denver and Dallas, two teams that have a little bit of history. They have a little bit of history together. Obviously, met in the Super Bowl 1977. That was Craig Morton playing against his old team. Of course, we're not here for old storylines, though. We are here for the here and now. And the here and now is this Dallas offense is incredible. The Dallas offense has played incredibly, and a lot of that is credited to Mr. Dakota Prescott. We go look at his numbers on the year. Fucking 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. We go look at Javonte Williams and his numbers. Javonte Williams having a bit of a resurgence with the Cowboys this season. It's been a great year for him so far as well. 592 yards, 6 touchdowns on the ground. Having a bench Scatabo, so I hope RJ Harvey is good next week. Yeah, that's a rough go. What did he's gonna be out for a while too, isn't he? Because he like dislocated his ankle, from what I heard. Hello, Ender Games. I do hope you are having a good Sunday, other than the impact to your fantasy team, I suppose. I am getting, we're just kind of running through the storylines here going into the game, and one of them is Javonte Williams, man, having a redemption season for the Dallas Cowboys. Denver kind of casted him off, and rightfully he had not been the guy for Denver. He was playing awfully till December 1st. Yikes. We go look at Javonte Williams' last couple of years with Denver. Tore the ACL in 2022. 23 comes back with 774 yards. He's only going 3.6 a pop. Pretty much more of the same in Denver on less carries. 3.7 a pop. Only 4 touchdowns. Just Javonte was not good for Denver in the last couple of years. So happy for the resurgence, but that's got to be where Denver centers in their game plan defensively, is shutting down Javonte Williams, because he has set up that Dallas offense for every little bit of just every little bit of their success. We go look defensively, however, and that is where we're going to start to see this big flaw with the Dallas Cowboys. Waiting for ESPN to load, speaking of. Because, I mean, the whole narrative this year has been how bad the Dallas defense is and how much better they would be if their defense were even mediocre. Still waiting on ESPN to load. There we go. We go look at most yards per game. Dallas is 32nd, 401.6 yards per game, giving up all sorts of yards, rushing yards per game. Dallas finds themselves 30th, passing yards per game. Not much better, 32nd. So this is, by every stretch of the imagination, the worst defense in the National Football League. Now we go look offensively. Denver's offense hasn't... On paper, with the numbers, the Denver offense hasn't actually been awful. 347 yards a game. That is good for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11th or 12th. I'm not going to, super count myself on that, of course. Passing yards, they aren't doing the hottest. They're not the best passing team, but they're up there. Around top 10, top 11 for passing yards total. Passing yards a game, it hasn't been as good for them, though, and they do find themselves down the list, probably around 16th. IU dog walked UCLA. Hell yeah, dude. Utah dog walked Colorado, and that was funny. That was fun. That was very fun. That was very fun. At least from what I heard. I didn't watch the game. I'm not a big college ball watcher. So a lot of the keys to this game, it's going to come down to matchups here. And I mean, every game is going to come down to matchups, but this one specifically. Can the Broncos defense basically outman the Cowboys offense? And can the Broncos defense make enough stops to this Dallas Cowboys offense? And can the Broncos actually look competent against an NFL defense for more than 10 minutes in the fourth quarter? That's going to be the big key to this game here, is consistency for the Denver Broncos, especially against what has been statistically and, on the eye test, the worst defense in the National Football League this season. It's going to be one of the, it's really, it's a very movable object against an inconsistently moving force, and an unstoppable force against an immovable object on both sides of the ball. The Broncos defense is going to have to play a lot of bend, don't break, and I know that's kind of been the defensive philosophy, but that's going to really come out for Denver in this game. It's really going to come down to, can the Denver offense capitalize on any mistakes? How do you even attempt to stop Dallas's offense? You stop the running game. You stop the running game. Dallas's worst scoring game came when they just could not run the ball with Javonte Williams. That is going to be the biggest key for the Broncos, especially because of how Dallas sets this offense up. You're not going to stop every facet of it, but if you can make the Cowboys one-dimensional, force them into only throwing the ball, you've got a way better chance defensively than you do if they're able to do everything against you. Now, the Broncos have had a good run defense this year. They've had a good defense this year, obviously. Maybe not to the same level it used to, it really was last season, but let me go pull up ESPN again real quick. 56-6, Jesus. Yeah, that's taking a team for a walk, my God. So yeah, we go look at these defensive totals. Broncos are the third-ranked defense in terms of total yards per game. We go look at passing yards per game, and it's not who you think. Atlanta is the best passing game defense. Meanwhile, Denver's bringing up 6th place at 179.9. We go look at the rushing defenses here, and Denver, still not the best, but definitely in a decent spot. Let's see if I can read this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9th. So you got a top 10 rushing defense and a top 3 passing defense, or top 4, top 5, and just a top 3 defense in general. It's going to be a very interesting game. Part of the issue here, though, is this Denver defense does not really force a lot of turnovers. This is the team that's only got 2 interceptions and 3 fumble recoveries. And whereas, this Broncos team is a -2 turnover diff. Like, they're just below average. They do not force turnovers, at least they haven't this season. The Denver defense has done a lot of their damage on sacks. That's kind of been the big game-changing plays that they just haven't been able to turn into those big turnover plays that I don't necessarily know that you're going to get Dak Prescott into a couple of turnovers. You're going to have to force him out from receivers, is ideally what's probably going to have to happen. That's going to be it. Colts and Broncos, for some reason, love playing their games at the same time, so you're going to be on 2 games again. I'm calling both games. If I were as talented as Kevin Harlan, I would call both games. If I were as talented as Kevin Harlan, I totally would call both games. I've actually got New Orleans and Tampa on my TV over here, and then I've got Denver and Dallas over here. Ooh, another fun story. Broncos are in the throwbacks today, baby. Colts, Titans at Lucas Oil. Easy W. Easy W. What's up, Bok Choy? Go Broncos. Yep. Man, you missed the whole part where I was going over the numbers and the storylines. You missed all of it. Maybe you just didn't say anything. Who knows? Don't forget to like the stream, obviously. It really helps me out in the algorithm. I don't like begging for it, but I do like getting my stream out to people in the algorithm, so if you wouldn't mind tossing me a hand on that, I'd appreciate it. We are moments away from kickoff. You got Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. It still feels weird not saying Phil Simms with Jim Nantz. I don't know if that's just me. But you got him discussing both of the quarterbacks. This game is going to be kicking off in just a couple of moments here. Meanwhile, you've got Tampa and New Orleans. Nothing game, so Spencer Rattler's turnover hasn't come back to bite him. Rattler in the pocket. He's going to check it down to number 24 there. And they'll get out to about the 42, I want to say, on the Tampa Bay side of the field. So there's that game. It's going to be a great stream, everybody. I upgraded the scoreboard. I made it look a little better. So here we go. Denver won the toss and elected to receive. Aubrey gonna punt this thing. And there we go, down to about the 2-yard line now, and that is going to be Harvey up to the 28-yard line. Broncos are going to have decent field position to start this off. Not quite the touchback, but at the 28, 14:55 to go. Here he is trotting out. Led an incredible comeback last week, of course, sparked by Justin Stranad. But Bo Nix able to execute everything he needed to do. 27 of 50 last week for 279, the 4 total touchdowns, 2 in the air, 2 on the ground. Broncos will have the football to start this thing out. It's going to be J.K. Dobbins in a single back set with Nix under center. Nix will hand it off. Now going left side. Dobbins finding a little bit of room there. He's able to wiggle up for a gain of 8 or 7 there, up to the 35-yard line. So Denver already coming out slugging, running the ball, and really trying to exploit this Dallas defense. Here's a graphic they've got thrown up. 141.3 yards a game allowed this season. I believe I saw that on ESPN. I wonder how the fourth quarter is going to look this game. Hey, man, it's only the first snap. Here we go, Nix in the gun. It's going to be Bryant going in motion, left to right side. Dobbins back there with him. Nix takes the snap, quick drop, slings it over the middle to Evan Ingram, and that's going to be a first down. Up to the 46-yard line there. Just about to midfield to the big old school D there in the middle of the field. It's just a spread formation there. Ingram able to find a hole in zone coverage between number 50 and I couldn't get another number there, 55 or 59. I'm more excited for the fourth quarter. Hey, true. So Broncos with a first down. Nix in the gun again. 2 receivers tied on the other side. Nix play action. Nix. Oh, and it's intercepted. He underthrows Pat Bryant, and that is an interception. Number 25 for Dallas, Quez Britches for the Dallas Cowboys, and that is an early killer. Nix just throws a ball behind Pat Bryant. And it's just, picked off at the 40, so that's going to send us to ad break, and my good God. Oh, rough first drive. Fuck. God damn it. See you in the fourth, Dallas. Pretty much. God damn it. That's rough, man. That is such a rough way. That was such a good first drive, too. You get a big first down, you get a midfield, and then you just throw a ball behind a guy and get it picked off. Brian had the guy beat, too, and he had space to work in the middle of the field if Nix just hits it. And the thing is, too, is, like, I didn't really see, like, if he did something screwy with his mechanics on it or what. Because I know that's kind of been something that the Broncos have hammered on a little bit. It's weird. It is weird. So already, Denver with an interception. Just, you know, the wrong team. Oy, oy, oy. We are still in commercial break. You are not missing anything after the interception. Cowboys are going to have the ball around midfield when we come back from ad break. Meanwhile, over in New Orleans, you've got Baker 2nd and 7 at his own 10.5-yard line. Johnson going to go in motion right to left side. Mayfield takes a snap, quick drop, winds up, pumps, now he tosses it, check down to his running back. I believe that is White. It is number 1, and that'll be a first down for Tampa Bay. I got 2 games on. I got something to actually entertain you guys during commercial breaks, which we are still in one. It's a Burger King commercial. And White's going to come off of the field here for Tampa Bay. What in the hell? Yep. Nix threw a ball behind Bryant and just like pretty much right to britches. Colts have taken a timeout. That happens. Anyways, Tampa, it's a handoff. Number 44 going left side is where he's going to bounce that, and he's got a first down. All right, and we're back to the Broncos game. I'm not suddenly a Tampa Bay Buccaneers streamer. We're just in Broncos commercial break. You got to understand, guys. It was only 5 minutes late. Yeah, Bo threw a pick. Here we go now with their own 48-yard line. It is going to be Dak Prescott. And this Dallas offense, number 89, goes in motion. Play fake, quick drop, and a throw to the motion man, number 89, in the flat. And that's going to be 9-yard gain there. Spain for it. It's going to go for 9. 2nd and 1 now for Dallas in the offense. Trayvon Diggs isn't even playing. Yeah, no, Nix threw it to a guy named Britches. And I shit my britches, essentially. Here we go now, Denver side of the field from the Denver 43. Dak going to stay in the single back set. 2 receivers to his left side. Now he's going to motion CD from right to left. Handoff to Javonte Williams going right side. It's going to be a short gain, but it's enough. It's a gain of 2. They need 1. They get 2 there. It's going to give Dallas a new set of downs. Should be a Colts streamer. Nah. You're looking at where my loyalty lies. Here. There's more in here. Up here, that's a Broncos helmet. I got a sick, like, John Elway card collection. Here we go. Dak in a motion. CeeDee Lamb once again right to left. Dak will hand it off once again to Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams with a seam. And he's going to have a gain of 9. Gain of 9 or 10 there. It's going to set up 2nd and 1 once again. So this Dallas offense coming out on schedule. Of course, they've got the momentum, and it's just a good run there by Javonte, able to bounce it to the right side on a healthy knee. He's having a great year with the Cowboys. We were talking about that before the stream, or before the game on stream. Here we go, 2nd and 1. Dak going to come out under center once again, single back set. Big Ferguson going to motion. Dak, it's play fake now. Benito trying to get in under pressure. He gets hit. That ball wobbles, but it still gets to CeeDee Lamb. Tackled down at the 3. Riley Moss on the tackle and on the coverage. And now the Cowboys are inside of the Bronco 5-yard line. Huge passing play. That's just a great route there from CeeDee. Gets separation from Moss right on the cut. Here we go. Denver 3. Prescott in the gun, they hurry, hands it off to Javonte. Javonte close, but no dice. Cowboys are going to have this right on the goal line. They're going to spot him right at the 1-yard line, so it's a gain of 2 there. And the thing is the Broncos had a couple of guys get close. It was Stranad and Allen that got in and whacked Prescott right as he got that ball off. So here we go, 2nd and goal. Lamb gonna motion left to right from under center. Play fake. Prescott looking. Prescott throwing. Broken up. Jump ball looking for Pickens, and that is Pat Surtain in coverage, able to bat that thing away. It's going to set up 3rd and goal, and Pat Surtain is down. Holding his shin. Patrick Surtain is down. That's a great play there by Surtain. They, just came down a bit awkward. It didn't look super severe. They're looking at him here on the field, just trying to see if he's okay. We'll have to see what they're doing here. I think they might go to a medical timeout, but we'll see if they get him up. Colts field goal. This is token that legalized. Token that legalized where? Oh, he's taking that legalized marijuana. So they're gonna help get Surtain up, so that's a good sign. We'll see how he walks off if they flip the camera to him. Of course, you hope he's okay. Oh, he needed help to get off, so they go to commercial break. That is not good. So your real contingencies for the Broncos here now is Jahdae Barron, pretty much, is next guy up, their rookie first-round pick. We are in commercial break in the Broncos game. You are not missing anything. Meanwhile, in New Orleans, Baker is finding Cade Otton for a gain of 3 on 2nd and 5. It'll set up 3rd and 2 for Tampa Bay. Like I said, we are in Broncos commercial break. Pat Surtain is down with an injury. It looked to be in that ankle area, maybe high ankle sprain or something adjacent. Hopefully it's nothing major, but we'll see. But that would be a massive, massive blow to this Broncos defense. Pat Surtain has pretty much been like the chain link of the secondary. So if you're Dallas now, I mean, obviously, like, as a player, you hate the injury, but also as a player, you're like, oh god, we might be able to air this thing out. It's a bit of a rough look for Denver. That's your best defensive player. And you lose him, and now you are in a god-awful spot. Now with your back against the wall, too, man. So more than likely, yeah, it's going to be Jahdae Barron that comes out. Or potentially, I mean, maybe Chris Abrams-Drain gets a little bit of run time. I'm not quite sure. Ay. Lutz is my kicker, so we hope he does well. I hope he kicks a lot of PATs today. I hope he kicks a lot of PATs. And I hope that he kicks those PATs because RJ Harvey scores a touchdown. Still in commercial break in the Broncos game. Meanwhile, Baker on a 1st and 10, screen out to his right side, and that's going to go for a gain of 7 or 8. So here we go, 3rd and goal now at the 1-yard line. It's going to be Dak under center. He's going to motion a tight end, fullback adjacent guy, and whistle. We got a flag down, false start, Dallas. It's going to back this thing up to the 6-yard line. They were going to hand that thing off to Javonte Williams. It's Carl Sheffers and his crew there. It's a false start on big number 67 for Dallas. Here we go. It's going to be 3rd and goal now from the 6-yard line. We're going to see the Cowboys come out in the gun. Three receivers to the right side. I believe one of them is Ferguson. Takes a snap. Dak throwing, looking, broken up by Riley Moss on CeeDee Lamb. No flag on the field, and that is going to set up a Cowboys field goal. Massive stop for these Broncos who got the Cowboys, or who had the Cowboys at the 3. Who was even one-on-one there with him? Was that Drain? That is. So Chris Abrams-Drain and Jahdae Barron have entered the game. Here we go. Brandon Aubrey, 15 of 15 on the season. Kicked it from 64 for his long this year. 24-yard attempt. Knocks it through. Doesn't have to do anything. He looked at that ball and it went through the uprights. So off the Nix interception, the Denver defense is able to hold up with their backs against the wall without their best player. They are in a 30-second break here, so we're going to stay pretty engaged. Meanwhile, 2nd and 9 in New Orleans for Tampa Bay. Not quite sure where they are on the field there. They are inside of the New Orleans 45. Says Johnson goes in motion for Baker. Baker dropping, tosses it out to Johnson now. Johnson looking for any space, and he's going to have about a gain of 1. Once again, we're just in commercial break over here. Now we're back. I'm calling both games. I'm calling both games. Not really, but I got football all around me. So, Broncos offense going to have another chance. It looked like they were moving the ball decently well until that Nix interception there. Nix just needs to reboot and forget that ever happened. Here we go. Aubrey will chip this thing away. Line drive that gets fielded at the 5-yard line. I believe that is Mims. Mims up to the 25 where he's going to get tripped up there. They might call him 26 depending on where the ball was. And that's going to bring the Broncos offense back onto the field here. And now this Broncos offense needs to come out and respond. Not the best start to a first drive, obviously. It's about worst case scenario. But he's got a chance to take the Broncos down and take the lead. And like I said, that first drive, he just underthrew the piss out of Pat Bryant, or threw it behind Pat. So now he'll be looking to atone. Nix and the Broncos in an I set. Adam Prentice out at fullback. Nix under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Dobbins looking for anything, tried to bounce it back to the right side. Dobbins gets stood up at the line. It's going to go down as maybe a gain of 1, so no first down success there for Denver. Nix trying to get the guys going again. I'm going to crack open a Dr. Pepper. RJ Harvey enters the game at running back now. 3 receiver set. Mims goes in motion from right to left behind the formation. Fake to Harvey. Nix screens it out over to Mims. Mims. And rolls forward for a gain of 2 on that. It's going to set up 3rd and 7. I think that was just a bit of a read option RPO. Weird kind of play where Nix had multiple options on that play. Meanwhile, Tampa's going to have this thing 1st and goal. Number 44 in the backfield at the New Orleans 1. Number 87 goes in motion. It's a handoff. He's pushing. Does he get in Tampa? We'll see. Nix in the gun, 3rd and 7. Sutton going to go in motion left to right side. Nix tries a hard count. Now he's going to check out of a play. Tyler Bidet has entered the game. Nix takes a snap. 5-step drop now. Nix just has to escape, and he lofts one up. You got a flag down looking for Sutton, broken up by number 26. There's a flag at the line or somewhere adjacent. And offside on Dallas, so it's going to be now a 3rd and 2. James Houston is going to get flagged for it. They're going to redo 1st and goal in Tampa. I believe there was a penalty on that. Baker under center, Otten in motion, hands it off to White. White trying to barrel in, and he will be denied. Still waiting on this 3rd and 2 snap. Pat Surtain has exited the blue tent. We'll see where that goes. Gun set for Nix. Harvey in the backfield. Mims and Sutton on the right side. Takes a snap. Nix, deep drop, looking over the middle. He's got a man. That is going to be Troy Franklin. Loose into Dallas territory, down to the Dallas 40-yard line. Big play. Bo Nix able to find his former Oregon teammate right there over the middle. Goes for 26 yards. And that was Franklin isolated on the left side, or far out on the left side on a 2x2 set, and just able to find his guy over the middle. Lasers it into him. And Franklin able to get loose and into Dallas territory. Broncos are cooking a little bit here. Now down to the Dallas 40. Nix under center. Nix fake to Harvey. Nix setting. Nix going deep. Nix looking long and overthrows Troy Franklin. Just a little bit for Troy. All right, here's the Surtain report. Lower leg injury. It's a questionable call on him right now. And Tampa still hasn't scored a touchdown. They're going to be 4th and goal. So 2nd and 10 after the deep shot now. Nix will stay under center. 3 receivers in the set. Adam Troutman out of tight end. Nix pitch out to R.J. Harvey. Harvey looking for blocks. Harvey with speed. Harvey to the outside. Harvey is loose. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey with a 40-yard touchdown. Gets loose down the left sideline. Gets some great blocks. And R.J. Harvey gives the Denver Broncos the lead. The absolute getting away from the cop speed. Let's see this blocking scheme here. You see Bulls pull, and you see Pat Bryant just shifts in there. And then R.J. Harvey follows those blocks and just gets the hell out of Dodge. 40-yard run. Will Lutz with a touchdown. Of course he scores while he's on my bench. Keep R.J. Harvey on your bench. Keep R.J. Harvey on the bench. God damn it. Oh, 7-3 Denver going into commercial break. And meanwhile, Tampa has also gone to commercial break, so I don't even have anything else to entertain you guys with. What's a man supposed to do? What is a man supposed to do? Oh, that's amazing. That's great. That's so funny. Oh, of course R.J. Harvey's on your bench. That's unfortunate, but kind of funny. He scores while he's on the bench and Scatabo is hurt. Yeah. Wow, okay, my throat does not want to stay clear. See, here's the hard thing. I gotta keep people entertained in commercial breaks. The actual announcers don't have to. I do more work than NFL commentator. No, not really. Why must the football gods hate me? Listen, we all ask that question. Numerous times, a week, a day, perhaps. Sometimes it's just, I don't think it's the football god. The football gods gave you good Danny Dimes, okay? That's just, listen, Ender, that's just a trade-off you gotta make, man. That's just the trade you gotta take. They gave you god-tier Daniel Jones. But the Colts game on, I am a Broncos channel. Or actually, no, you do drive a good point if I'm kind of calling 2 games at once here. Where the Colts game at? Where the Colts game at? I'll put it on the TV and keep it muted so I don't get copyright struck to hell. But we'll have something to do for commercial break. It is Colts ball, 4:23 in the first quarter. Looked like a short pitch and catch to Michael Pittman that's going to bring it to a 3rd down. 3-0 ball game for Tennessee, and, oh, I just have it on YouTube TV. I got both CBS games on. We are coming back from commercial break here in Denver, so of course that will take precedence, but I will try and get a couple of Colts calls in while we're at it. See, Daniel Jones in the gun. That is Jonathan Taylor to his right side. Making a change at the line here. Play clock down to 5. Colts got to get set now. Jones under center. Snap it. Hands off. Taylor barrels. 1st down for Indianapolis. Here's the kickoff to Dallas. It's going to get up to the 27-yard line. That is Kevontae Turpin. And he gets knocked out of bounds. So it is a 1st down for Indianapolis on the legs of Jonathan Taylor. And meanwhile, the Broncos have the lead on the legs of R.J. Harvey. We'll see what happens here. See if we get a playoff in Indy before we get a playoff here in Denver. The Colts are set. Jones will be under center. Allie Cox goes in motion. Play action to Taylor. Jones rolling to his right. Jones trying to load up, and now he runs. Gain of 2. Meanwhile, Prescott, no, he handed off to Javonte Williams, and that's going to go for a gain of 6. Or a gain of 5, one of the two. Meanwhile, Pat Surtain is back in the game here, and okay, I got to focus somewhere. Indy, it's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. And then over here, it looked to be about a gain of 5. Try and clear my throat out a little bit. Fucking mucus. Under center here for Dak. It's a gain of 4, and we got a false start. We got multiple false starts everywhere on that Dallas offensive line. They just pin it on number 60, but that's going to back Dallas up 5 yards. So now 2nd and 11. They are behind the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, Jonathan Taylor in Indianapolis able to get a first down there on a nice carry that gets him past midfield into Tennessee territory, down to what appears to be the 43 of Tennessee. Here we go, 2nd and 11 now. Dak going to be in the gun. Javonte to his right side. Dak making a few adjustments. 4 wideouts in the game. Screen out to Lamb here. Lamb gets blocks. Oh, but Singleton able to shed his block and hold that to a gain of maybe 7. That's a great play by Singleton to shed a block there and drag CeeDee Lamb to the ground before he gets free. Because after that second level over there, there is nothing behind him for miles. Here we go, 3rd and 5. They call it a gain of 6. So definitely 3rd and more manageable here for Dallas, but it's not a guarantee. Dak in the gun. Dak, back to throw. 5-step drop pressure. Benito hits him, and the rest of the cavalry is going to get there. It was Benito that got there first, and Franklin Myers able to come in and finish him off. 4th down. Bronco defense getting ravenous. Meanwhile, Jonathan Taylor for an 11-yard gain down inside of the Tennessee 20-yard line. A lot of good things happening in both games. John Franklin Myers able to absolutely destroy Dak Prescott after Benito got to him first. A lot of good things happening here. Anger is going to be punting this thing back. That is going to be Mims back to return this, I believe. And what a kick. He fields this at his own 25. Mims out to the left side. Looking for room. Breaks the tackle at the 30. Mims 35 up to the 37. Meanwhile, Daniel Jones is in the gun. It's going to be a handoff. Jonathan Taylor right side. Taylor bouncing. Taylor out of a tackle. Taylor breaks out of another tackle. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An outstanding run by Jonathan Taylor, and he made it look like art. Broken tackles everywhere with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter, and that is going to give Indy a 9-0 lead, barring the extra points. Appreciate the way you call not only one game, but 2 games at the same time in real time. It's about time. All the other guys don't cut it for me. Hey, I do it for the love of the game, man. Love of the game. Love of the game. We are in commercial break now in Denver after the punt. Broncos are going to have it at about their own 32-yard line. Meanwhile, Indy does get the extra point through, so that is a 10-0 ball game in Indianapolis. With 9 seconds to go in that first quarter, and they're going to go to commercial break over there. So double commercial break. In both games, they're going to go to a shorter break with the eye on the field. We don't get that privilege here in Denver. Of course, there's only 9 seconds to go in that first quarter in Indy. And it's just Jonathan Taylor with an incredible run, able to break out of multiple tackles, bounces off a guy at the line. One of the Colts linemen tried to kill Shane Steichen. I'm calling both games. Maybe I am Kevin Harlan. Like I said, Denver is still in commercial break, so we got a second of focus here in Indy. I need to, scoot back so I can legitimately see both of my monitors. Good Lord. What have I gotten myself into? All right, 9 seconds to go in the first here in Indianapolis. Still in commercial break in Denver. Waiting on that to come back. No clue what your kicker's name is, but he's going to boot that thing off. Number 12. That ball will be fielded at his own 2.5. Up to the 20, makes a cut at the 25, bounces off a guy at the 30, and dives forward, and they'll probably call him down at the 32. On that return, 3 seconds to go in the first quarter there in Tennessee. So that game will be going to commercial break here in just a moment. Meanwhile, we are back in Denver. Bo Nix in the offense, going to get the ball once again. Prescott trying to get the guys fired up over on the sideline. Here we go. Nick's going to come out in the pistol. Ward going to come out under center. Mims going to motion right to left. Now back to the left or to the right side. Nix will play fake over to Dobbins. Nix rolling. Nix looking. Nix has a guy. That is Mims. Meanwhile, it's going to be a gain of 5 over in Indianapolis there for, who is it? It's a former Dallas Cowboy. I just can't think of his name. Tony Pollard. There it is, and that is going to take Indianapolis to commercial break. Best stadium in the league? Maybe. So it's a great play from Nix to Bryant. I was right on my gut instinct, and that is going to get him, I believe that's a gain of about 18. It's more than that already at the Cowboy 46. Nix under center. It will be a handoff now to Dobbins, who cuts it back. Dobbins has a lane. Dobbins to the 30. Fights a man off, and he gets punked down to the 25-yard line, but it's another big run for the Denver Broncos. J.K. Dobbins with his own moment in the sun, trying to one-up his rookie counterpart in R.J. Harvey. And it's a great play by Dobbins. Dobbins just starting to his right side, able to cut that thing back left. Very agile back down to the Dallas 25. Now it's going to be Nix in the gun. 2 receivers to his right side. 1 up top of the formation to the left. Takes the snap. Fakes it. Now he screens it out to Franklin. Franklin with a block from Sutton. And that's going to be enough for a first down. Down to the 15. No, they call him gain of 9 to the 16. Franklin able to get a block over there from Cortland Sutton. What a wonderful NFL afternoon. We're still in commercial break in Indianapolis, if anyone's curious about that in chat. And yeah, the Jets won by a single point. They beat the Bengals. That was a shootout. That was a really good game this morning. That was the one I kept on in the multi-view. 3:50 to go here and counting down in this Denver first quarter. Broncos inside of the Dallas 20-yard line. Down to the 16, if I saw this right. Nope, they moved the spot down to the 15. First down. Nix under center, gonna send Prentice in motion. Hands off to Dobbins, looking for any room in the middle. Won't find it. There is a flag down behind the line of scrimmage. And it's a holding on Mike McGlinchey. That's gonna back the Broncos up 10, so wipe that out. That's gonna be 1st and 20 now from the Dallas 25, so right back where they were, just with more yards to go. And they're going to call that when you get an arm hooked around a guy. They're coming back from ad break in Indianapolis with Tennessee ball. It's going to be about a 2nd and 5 for Cam Ward and the Titans out of that first quarter break. Here we go at the 25, Nix in the gun. 2 tight ends and Franklin on the right side. Now Franklin going to motion to the left. Nix takes the snap, dropping back. It's a block. Nix airing it out. He's got a man. Touchdown, Denver. Troy Franklin for the touchdown. That's going to make it 13-3 Denver. Meanwhile, over in Indy, you've got Cam Ward in the gun. I believe that is Pollard to his right. Now going to get behind him to set up a pistol set. Ward takes a snap, fakes it to Pollard. Stands in the pocket. He's got a guy in space. Number 17 going to get down to the 45 of Indianapolis. That is Dyke. It's going to be Will Lutz on now for the extra point in Denver, and he's going to knock it through. So Nix makes up for that first drive interception and gives the Broncos a 2-score lead. And it's Bo Nix to Troy Franklin over the middle, and Nix threw that off his back foot. Nix with an absolute meteor strike, 25-yard touchdown as that game goes into commercial break. So we'll focus here on Indianapolis for just a minute. Pistol set for Cam Ward, Pollard in behind him. 2 wideout set, 2 tight ends on the field. They barely get the play off. Ward bobbles the snap, and he's just got to try and do something with this thing. Ward was trying to hand it off, and that is going to go with a loss of 5 or 6. Cam Ward bobbled the snap there at the start. He had to juggle it just to keep possession. Able to try to roll out to his right side. And that looked like it was supposed to be a handoff, and then he kind of low-key tries to hand it off to Tony Pollard to no avail. That's a huge loss for the Titans. They call it a loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13, 13:30 to go. Ward going to be in an empty set with an up man just ahead of him. It's a very tight formation. Play clock down to 1. They get the snap off. Ward, deep drop back to his own 40. Now he's going to roll, and he barely gets out of a sack, throws it, and he's got an open guy that is number 2. Ball's out. They're going to call him down. That is Zaire Franklin of the Indianapolis Colts in coverage. They're going to call the receiver down. I believe that's his running back, number 2 for Tennessee. I think if Ward stands in there for another minute, he doesn't have to dance around and potentially get himself sacked. Just off of that camera angle, I would like to once again inform everybody here for the Broncos game. Denver is in commercial break after the 25-yard touchdown from Nix to Troy Franklin. So your Broncos have not gone anywhere. I'm simply calling multiple games. Ward with the snap of the gun on 3rd and 6. Dropping back. Pocket starting to collapse on him. Now he's dancing. Barely gets out of a sack there. 51 almost had him. And now he just tries to run for it. And he's only going to gain about 3. We had a flag down in Indy. But yes, to answer your question, Ender Games, the Jets did in fact win. The Jets did in fact win. They are now 1-7. Nobody will go 0-17 this year. The Jets might just go 1-16. My phone has rang. Here we go. Will Lutz getting to kick this thing off, or getting set to kick this thing off. Meanwhile, the play in Indy was offsetting penalties. That is fielded by Turpin at the goal line, up to the 15, curving to his left side at the 20. And he's got a bit of a lane here, and he's going to get walked out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So Cavante Turpin able to get a nice return. Meanwhile, they're going to redo 3rd and 6 in Indianapolis. Tennessee with the ball in Indy territory. Was an empty backfield. Now it's not. It's a little bit of a loop around handoff, and that is going to be number 2. He's got a first down and more. 20, 15, fighting a few guys inside of the 5, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the 1. Meanwhile, here we go in Dallas. I set now for Dak Prescott. He's going to throw out of it. 5-step drop, and looks over the middle. He's got a man, and that's going to be a gain of 8, 7 or 8. Dumped it to Javonte Williams over the middle. And I believe that might have been Dondre Tillman in coverage, who made the tackle with another guy in on that. Who is that Tennessee back? Is it Tajay Spears? I think they're giving a look at that to see if he reached out. He didn't. Here we go. 2nd and 2. Single back set now for Prescott and the Cowboys. Gonna motion Cavante Turpin right to left. The fake handoff to Williams. Prescott rolling. Prescott looking. Prescott gonna run it. He's got a first down. And just a little bit. It's a gain of what looks to be 4 for number 4. And we got a timeout by Mike McCoy on 1st and goal. So that game down to 11-19. So we're going to have just a second here to focus on this Broncos game. 1:53 to go and counting down in the first quarter. Tennessee 11-19. It's going to be a single back set for Dak here at their own 47. And we got a stoppage in play timeout by Denver with 1:41 there in the first quarter. So they're back in 30. We'll have a second to focus on this Indianapolis game here while they got the eye on the field ad running in Denver. Man, I really don't know what I've gotten myself into trying to call multiple games at once, but screw it. I'm audacious. Love it a game. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 for Tennessee. Pollard goes in motion. Play fake to Pollard. Ward rolling back to the 10. Lofts it up. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is Helm that's on the receiving end of that thing. Cam Ward able to get a touchdown in there. So Tennessee will narrow that game up. It's going to be 10-6 barring the extra points. Meanwhile, you got a 1st and 10 now. Dak in the gun, fakes a pitch to Williams. Now looking short to Pickens. Riley Moss in coverage. They get the tackle down. He's got 9. Hufanga comes in to really just kind of make sure Pickens is down. Graphic calls a gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Titans now going for the extra point from the left hash. Snap is down, kick is up, PAT's good. Here we go, they call it 2nd and 2 for the Cowboys. I form now for Dak and this backfield. Dak will hand it off to Javonte Williams. Williams able to find just enough of a sieve there to get a first down. He's able to fall forward. They need 2. They got maybe 2.5 there. Meanwhile, Indianapolis is in commercial break to my left. So we'll have a second here to focus on Denver before they go to end a quarter commercial break. And I'm going to get a sip of Dr. Pepper. I absolutely need a tissue. My nose is a little stuffed. Doing a fine job. I appreciate you, Darren Howard. Here we go. Dak in the gun now inside of Denver territory at their 42. CD tightens into the formation a bit. Dak rolling. Dak looking short. Dak with a guy in the flat. That is Cavante Turpin. They call it incomplete. Jaquan McMillan there on the coverage. Turpin just unable to get his feet inbound. Stops the clock. 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dak and this Cowboys offense looking to narrow this game up a little bit now after that first drive and then the field goal there. Denver's come out with 2 straight scoring drives, a 40-yard run by Harvey and a 25-yard touchdown from Nix to Mr. Troy Franklin, former Oregon teammates there. So here we go. It's going to be a gun set here for Dak. Once again, 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, dropping back. Deep drop. And now he's just got to heave this in the direction of a tight end. He had guys on him immediately that looked like a busted screen, just throwing it in the direction of Luke Schoonmaker. It's going to make it 3rd and 10 now with 18 seconds in the first. It either just looked like a busted screen or just a well-executed Vance Joseph blitz. But the Broncos were immediately on top of Dak Prescott, so here we go, 3rd and 10. 18 seconds to go here. This Denver crowd is loud. I can hear it through the broadcast. Broncos showing blitz. Broncos only bring 4. Dak, he's got time. Dak now stepping up in the pocket, trying to direct traffic, and now he's got to run with this thing, and he's going to be tackled short. There's a flag down on the field here. It's in the offensive backfield, so it's a hold on the Cowboys. That's going to push them back onto their own side of the field. They're going to replay 3rd down there after the 10-yard penalty, so this first quarter just does not want to end. Meanwhile, we are back in Indianapolis. Gunnar Helm gets his first career reception touchdown. Cam Ward for a 5, 47 yards with a touchdown. It's a 3-point game in Indianapolis. There's the kick. That's going to be fielded outside of the 5-yard line, and this guy's got room to run, and they're able to contain him at the 29-yard line. So here we go. So they have ran the clock to the end of the first quarter in Denver, so we got a minute to focus here on this Indianapolis game. While I'm calling multiple games at once, like I said, my God, what have I got myself into? Call me Kevin Harlan. Yeah, I gotta edit the stream title to match what I'm actually doing. It's a first down to Michael Pittman on a throw there. I believe he got exactly 10. This stream has gone 6 ways sideways already, but we're having a great time on this NFL afternoon. 3:09 p.m. Mountain Time, going to the second quarter in Denver. And we've got some action finally here in Indianapolis after a long commercial break, now at their own 39, with a big motion from Downs. Hands off to Jonathan Taylor going right side, and he's going to get it beyond the 40. Looks to be a gain of maybe 3 or 4 there for Jonathan Taylor, so not a whole lot of room to move right there, but Jonathan Taylor has already had a big highlight run in this game. A couple of them, actually. Jonathan Taylor is going to make defensive coordinators cry for basically all of time. Or at least until the wheels fall off, but they certainly haven't yet. It's going to set up second down, and what I would have to guess is 7. They call it 2nd and 8. Jones in the gun. Taylor's come out of the game here. He's got 2 guys in the backfield with him in the gun, both to his left side. Jones takes the snap, dropping back, short drop, now looking. Pittman, ball bobbled and then caught over the middle. What a play by Pittman, and that is incredible concentration there by Michael Pittman just to be able to haul that thing back in after what could have been an absolute catastrophe for the Indianapolis Colts. Jones found him. It maybe a little behind where you'd like it to be. It basically bumps off of Pittman's face mask, goes up in the air, and then he's able to come down with it still. So once again, Denver is still in commercial break. I'm calling multiple games at once for some reason. Here we go. I believe Taylor has re-entered the game for the Colts. It's going to be Jones in the gun. We're going to see Taylor, or no, it's 26, motion out of the backfield. Jones is going to check it down to him. 26, able to scamper up for about a gain of 3, so the Colts will live to see another couple of downs. And here we go, start of the second quarter now here in Denver. Broncos. It's going to be 3rd and 20 here now on the Dallas side of the field. Broncos going to pin their ears back a little bit here. Cooper screams into the backfield. And knocked down by Riley Moss on the left sideline. Riley Moss with a great play. So these Broncos DBs are making it count. Moss deflected a pass. No flags. I know! Meanwhile, so it sets up 4th and 20 in Denver. 2nd and 7 in Indianapolis from the Tennessee 41. Play action. Jones screens it over to Tyler Warren. Warren's got open room and a few blockers, and he's going to get knocked down at the 20. He got thumped. Warren looked a little slow getting up, but he seems to be okay. Anger into punt now for the Cowboys. Barely gets that thing off without getting it blocked. And this ball fair caught at the 11, basically right at the 10-yard line. So this Broncos offense is going to be pinned back, 14:49 to go. I agree. Thank God PS2 is okay. Still in Indy now at the Tennessee 21. Jones dropping back. Jones looking end zone shot. Is that caught? Touchdown, Indianapolis. What a catch by Michael Pittman. Able to slot it into his arm while his other one is hooked around like he's playing footsies or something with a defensive back. That'll be a pass interference that gets declined. Meanwhile, Nix with an eye set. I believe that is Dobbins in the game. Adkins tightens the formation. Will hand it off. That is Harvey in the game. Harvey has to navigate just to get one here. That is a ridiculous catch by Michael Pittman. I apologize. I'm still looking over there for a second. What a catch by Michael Pittman. So that game's going to go to break here after the extra point. So we'll have a minute to focus here on Denver, 2nd and 9. Extra point is up and good. It is 17-7 in Indianapolis in the Colts' favor. 2nd and 9, Nix in the gun. Sutton going to motion left to right side. Nix takes a snap, dropping back, deep drop. Now he's got to step up. Now Nix dances. Nix rolling on the move and just a little wide of Sutton on that right sideline. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now for the Broncos. Nix just under pressure there a little bit there. Just has to navigate the pocket a little bit there. Just has to roll to buy time and then just shoots a little wide of Sutton over on that right sideline. Indianapolis has gone to break. Good luck, enjoy the game. I'm going to need that good luck. Here we go, Nix in the gun. 2 receivers and a tight end to the right side of the formation. Nix takes a snap, 5-step drop. Nix stands, Nix looks, and Nix has a guy. Troy Franklin on the right sideline. And they're saying incomplete on that. It looked like Franklin had the feet down. We'll see what Peyton wants to do here. The ball was a little high. Oof. Yeah, no, that's a good incompletion. Yeah, Nix just threw that ball a little bit high for Franklin, so it's going to be a 3-and-out now for the Broncos offense. So, Crawshaw for his first punt at his goal line. He's going to send this thing into the air. Not the longest kick. It's going to roll. Takes a small Broncos roll now to the Broncos 40, or to the Dallas 42. So, Cowboys going to have good field position coming back when they get back from break on that game. I'm going to have a break. I got 2 games in commercial break. This is a miracle. This is an absolute miracle now. What a miracle. We got 2 games in commercial break. Nothing's happening in either game. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Ender, I might just have to kind of punt calling both of these games here. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like I proved what I wanted to prove. I definitely feel like I proved what I've wanted to prove. Maybe I am Kevin Harlan reincarnated. I'll call Indy while we're in commercial break, though. Kickoff is going to get fielded at the 5, up to the 20, 25, 30, and that's about where it's going to end. Looks like he careened out of bounds at about the 32. 7:40 to go in Indianapolis. Focus on the Broncos. They need the luck for sure. Hey, I'm just shocked that I did that so seamlessly. I'm actually really proud of myself for that. I'm really proud of myself for that. That was a crazy maneuver on my end. I'll keep tabs on your Colts though during commercial breaks, all right? It's Tennessee ball at their own 31. Ward in a single back set, fakes the handoff, rolling right side. Ward trying to find something, throws on the run, incomplete, broken up by Indy's number 29. Don't have a name for it because I don't follow the Colts, but it's a good play nonetheless by that Indianapolis defense. That is Blackman. I got a name on him. Broncos are in commercial break, so we got a second to keep an eye on this Indy game. If you're just joining us here, I've been kind of calling multiple games at once. Ward threw an empty set, drops back, tosses it out to Dyke on 2nd and 10, just trying to get a little screen going, and nothing for him. All right. Focusing on one game. Here we are in Denver. Dallas has this ball at their own 41-yard line after the punt. Crawshaw did not get the best kickoff. Here we go. Dak going to hand it off to Williams. You got a flag down on the field here. Seems like we're going to have a offsides penalty of some kind. It was. John Franklin Myers gets caught offsides. So, classic Bronco shot in the foot there for the Broncos. Excuse me. Dr. Pecky. Yummy. I love me some cherry Dr. Pepper, even though I need water. So it'll be 1st and 5 now at the 46. Dak in the gun, hands off to a running back going right side. That is Blue. Blue jumps a man. Blue still going. And he's got a first down and a little more into Denver territory. Great little run there by Blue. It's a gain of 14 that's going to get Dallas into Denver territory. So once again, Dallas finding themselves threatening, and now they're going to see if they can capitalize. Now to the Denver 41. Hurry up. Dak finds Pickens on the right side there, and Surtain's going to bump him out of bounds. Gain of 7 or 8 right there after a little bit of tempo there from Dallas. Call it a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, stuff happening over in Indy. It's a gain of very little when they need a lot. Seemed like we had a penalty over there. Here we go. 2nd and 3 now from the Denver 34. 89 goes in motion. It's another handoff to Blue trying to go middle. Blue able to bob and weave. He stopped just short of that first down. They're going to mark him probably about the length of the football short. And Blue's going to come out of the game there. That'll replace Javonte Williams. Or that'll bring Javonte Williams back into the game. Meanwhile, on a 3rd and 14, Cam Ward had a guy wide open and missed him by a county mile. He threw that ball over Daggett County. Here we go, 3rd and 1 now for Dallas. Very, very short. They hand it off to the fullback, and that's going to be enough for the first down, gain of 2. Titans got popped with an OPI. Gotcha. I wasn't sure with how they ended up in 3rd and forever. So that brings on Anger to punt there for Tennessee. Here we go, 1st and 10 between the 30 and the 29 here for Dallas. Under center, Dak dropping back. Dak looking for the end zone shot, one-on-one! And out of bounds, incomplete. Riley Moss in coverage. Able to force him close enough to the sideline to force it incomplete. CeeDee Lamb was one-on-one with Riley Moss. And Riley Moss just able to barely get him out of bounds. That was close. Because CeeDee caught that. If CeeDee has another foot of room, that's a tutty. Instead, just a long incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line now. Williams going to go from the left to the right side of Dak. Dak will hand it off to Javonte going middle there, and he's going to butt heads at the 25, and that's where they'll stop his forward progress. Gain of 5, 3rd down and 5 at the 25-yard line. A lot of 5s. Tennessee's gone to break. I guess Indy's gone to break. Oh, a lot of stuff happening, but I'm getting hot. I'm getting in my bag. I'm getting in my bag. I feel like I've been calling this game really well. Here we go. They call it 3rd and 6 at the 25-yard line. Dak in the gun now. Couple of guys trying to get set. Play clock down at 3. They get it off. Dak short drop. Dak has Pickens. He's got him in the Bermuda Triangle on the right side, and it's only really a gain of about 8 or 9. But able to find some open space on a slant route, working on Pat Surtain. And he finds him in between Surtain and Singleton. How far is a county mile in kilometers? The size of Wales. So it'll be a 1st and 10 now at the Denver 17. Dak will be under center. It's going to be 86 in motion. They hand it off to Blue. Blue cuts back to the right side, and he gets dragged down by Brandon Jones at the 10-yard line. Gain of 6. So Dallas now threatening for the 2nd time of the game. Dallas has had a good drive earlier, but they got shut down at the 1-yard line and had to settle on a field goal after a false start penalty. Now they're in a very favorable spot to cut this to a 1-possession game one way or another. You've got Aubrey, who's automatic. We're down to 9:27 here in the quarter. Dak in the gun. Blue is going to remain in the backfield for 2nd and 4. Dak takes a snap, hands it off to Blue once again. He's going to get tackled down after a gain of 1 by Jonah Ellis. There's a flag on the field. We'll see what somebody gets tagged for on this. And it's an illegal formation on offense. 87 was covered on the line. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down. County miles about the size of 3 football fields if you line them up. It depends. It depends. It depends. I don't know. I feel like a county mile is, like, if you really want to make it a mile, it's like just a mile straight of dirt roads with nothing but maybe one abandoned gas station with a working pump. Here we go. 2nd and 9 after the illegal formation penalty. Javonte Williams going to return. Trips to the left side. CeeDee going to bunch it in a little bit. Dak with the snap. 3-step drop. Now he's got to dance. Now he's pressured. He's got a man over the middle. And they mark him down short. That is Luke Schoonmaker that came across on a crossing route. But it's going to set up 1st and goal. So once again, Broncos are going to have their backs against the wall at the goal line. The Broncos prevented them from punching it in on that first possession. We'll see if they can do it again. Inside the 1 for the Cowboys, we're going to see him come out in the gun. Dak going to change the play at the line. Now he's got to hurry and get set. Play clock down to 2, and we're going to get a timeout. Dallas with 8:10 to go in the quarter. I don't know. Fair enough. Hey, a county mile is whatever you want it to be. Maybe the real county mile was the friends and the imaginative exercises we had along the way. Colts, I don't know what the F happened. It's 17-7. You're fine. It's 17-7 still. You're okay. It's a divisional game. They're going to be a little scrappier. Ideally. Usually. Here we go. First and goal. Broncos backs against the wall. Single back set with a trips left set. Javonte Williams in the game. Pickens will motion across the formation. Dak trying to sneak this thing, and he's not going to get anywhere. He gets absolutely stood up at the line of scrimmage, and then he gets flipped onto his back. Great push by the Denver front 9 at this point. I'd say front 7, but it is the front 9. Here on the goal line, you've got to load that line up. So Broncos looking for a goal line stand with under 8 minutes to go here in the half. Dak once again under center. Multiple tight ends on the field here. Number 19 goes in motion. Handoff to Javonte. Touchdown, Dallas. Javonte Williams comes in, a pile drive the Cowboys into the end zone there, and he is their battering ram. Talk about knocking down the doors in the Rocky Mountains. That's what Javonte Williams does. Oh, that's an outstanding play, too, by the fullback. Able to come in from basically a tight end spot and just blow Jones out of the play there on that. Opens up that gap for Javonte Williams. That is a well-designed running play for the Cowboys. Here we go. Aubrey looking to add the point after, and he does. Was there ever a doubt? This looks a little uneven. Have I miffed up on the scoreboard slightly? Something just looks wrong with the scoreboard. Drag this a little closer. I don't know. Maybe I've just eternally screwed the scoreboard up. I don't know. This is not a professional operation. Good enough. The game has gone to commercial break, and we are still in commercial break we've gone to commercial break over in Indianapolis as well, so nothing doing in either game. About 7 minutes and some change to go here in Denver in this first half. I'm actually going to step away for just a minute, go blow my nose real quick, because bro, I'm feeling it. Alrighty. Hopefully, my breathing tubes are a little clear. Hopefully. Ooh, big stretch. Alrighty. That stretch was genuine, by the way. That felt so good. This chair does not do wonders for my lumbar either, so. Maybe I need to find a comfier office chair. Maybe I need to see what chair Perna has. 2nd and 6 for Cam Ward. Hands off to Spears. And Spears batters it forward for 3 or 4. Still in commercial break in Denver. So we are not missing anything. Cowboys did score a touchdown, so they've made it a 4-point game. Broncos offense now looking to come out and answer right back. Feels weird seeing the Broncos have more than 3 points in the first half. Not gonna lie. They have been so bad in the first half for weeks. So hopefully they're able to come out and keep that good stuff going. Oh, Ward's doing something. Hey, nice play, Titans. Down to 20 or 45. So here we go. Aubrey getting set to kick this thing off, and there it goes. This will be fielded nowhere. That will go for a touchback. Broncos going to have it out of the 30. That'll be their best starting field position all day. I am going to get me a new pouchy. Lovely. So, Broncos ball. They went 3 and out with it last time and had to punt from the goal line. So now with some better field position, we'll see what they're able to do here now. Nick's going to come out under center. It's going to be a bit of a bunched formation there on the left side. Nick's, not anymore. Nick's making a bit of a change at the line. Nick's hands it off, going left side. Now a cutback there for Dobbins, and Dobbins will bobble forward for 7 or 8 there. Up to the 36-37, so good running play there for the Broncos. It's a good run there by Dobbins. Good blocking for the offensive line. Great cutback, really, by Dobbins on that. Dobbins made it happen. We believe in Dobbins. Dr. Pecky. Here we go. Nix will remain under center. Engram going to go in motion from left to right side now. Nix takes a snap. Play fake. Now Nix booting to his left side. Nix releases it, and he's got it. Finds Troy Franklin. We'll see what the penalty is on. But it's been a great game for Franklin. And we got a defensive holding. That penalty is declined, and that is a first down for the Broncos. Finally, Nix able to get loose around just on a play action here. They had this at the 36. We'll see where they get this down to. Nix just with a perfect throw rolling to his weak side. Just bolts it over a guy. So I believe this gets them to the Dallas 45. Gain of 19 on that. Nix in the gun, 2 guys in the backfield. Nix takes a snap, 5-step drop. Prentice picks up a block. Nix going deep. And Mims gets tripped up. Pass interference by number 38, Clark. Nix looking for a deep ball over the middle to Mims. Mims gets tripped. And that's going to get Denver deep into Dallas territory now. So in just a couple of plays, this Broncos offense has gotten down quite far. Mims would have had that too, I think, if he doesn't get tripped up by Clark. Here we go, 1st and 10 now, so not far enough inside to not have a first. They'll have this at the Dallas 13, Nix in the gun. Nix takes a snap, gonna screen it out to Evan Engram. Engram with some blocks, and Engram down to the 1-yard line. Well designed, you had Nate Atkins blocking over on that far side. They faked it to Dobbins, and then he just threw it, the quick screen out to Engram. Engram able to get upfield quickly. I will say, okay, the screens, the calls have been limited, and these ones have worked. So I don't know if it's just that you're not calling them every play, and now they're working well. Here we go, 5:45 here in the half. Broncos offense now down and knocking on the door. Cowboys with their backs against the wall. They spot him at the 2. And Nick's able to get a hard count. And that's going to be an encroachment penalty. Number 90 on the defense. That is half the distance to the goal. Broncos going to have this thing on the 1. That is Solomon Thomas that jumps the line to start this thing off. Clock continues to run. 5:30 and counting down. Broncos banging on the door here now. Not just knocking. Banging on the door here at the 1-yard line. We'll see what they do. Nix under center. Prentice and Dobbins do enter the game. Nix with a hard count. Hands it off to Dobbins, and they're going to lose a yard. Gets wrapped around by Williams, big number 54 for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's just a great play. Cowboys just pretty much crash and pinch this entire play in. 54, yep, just launches down the line like a rocket. And just able to plunk Dobbins, not even really from behind, just from the side. Am I even? My chair wasn't as high as it could have been. Now it is. Now I feel big and confident. Now from the 2, Nix under center again. Adkins goes in motion. Nix will hand it off one more time. Dobbins, they're trying to push him in. There's a pile, there's a push. And the push gets into the end zone. No. They whistled it dead. They whistled it dead. Oh, they had it in and they whistled it dead. Dobbins just gets stood up, and then you get some guys in a pile. That's a touchdown, but they whistled it dead. So now from the 1-inch line, Wildcat, Harvey in. Harvey, touchdown! A second RJ Harvey touchdown for Denver. I am so sorry, Ender Games. The Broncos come out in the Wildcat, or if you want to get real creative, the Wild Horse. Harvey just waits for a moment before he's able to find a hole, open up, and dart through it. And folks, a second RJ Harvey touchdown has hit the end zone. Oh, we had a personal foul on the defense. Oh, Denver's going for 2 on the penalty. Denver's going to have this thing at the 1-yard line now to go for 2 and try and take advantage of a personal foul. Williams just, wow. Why? Why would you do that, Williams? So here we go. Denver's going to go for 2 on this thing now instead of taking the extra point. It's a 2-point conversion from the 1. Nix in the gun. Harvey in at running back. We get a motion from Mims. Nix pulls it. Nix looking. Nix tosses it, and it's incomplete. Looking for Evan Ingram. Flag down. Yep, ineligible man downfield. So here we go. That's declined. Try is bad. And that game is going to go to commercial break. 20-10 ball game for the Broncos. Oh, God, Devin Harvey. Now he plays good. Now he plays good. Now Harvey plays outstanding. 2 tutties for RJ Harvey, both on the ground. I'm going to run to the pisser real quick. I should have done that last break, but I didn't. Don't go anywhere, or I'll know. I'll know where you went. And I'll be really upset. We are so back. The Broncos are so back. RJ Harvey is so back. Now, now watch, I'm gonna pull him off the bench next week and he won't play for shit. The world of being an NFL fantasy owner. I do not miss playing fantasy football. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't miss playing fantasy football. Indy is down to 45 seconds there in their first half. Jones dancing around in the pocket and able to throw out of a sack there. He was targeting Taylor. It's 3rd and 16 now for the Colts. Rough going, rough going. Oh, folks. A second RJ Harvey touchdown. Colts, come on, get your head in it. I'm rooting for you, buddy. I'm rooting for you. Oh, yeah, UFC got a streaming deal with Paramount. The billion-dollar companies are up to something again. All right, here we go. 3:47 to go. Lutt's going to boot this thing to Turpin and the Cowboys now. And that bounces at the corner and then a touchback. At least it looked like. It looks like it bounced, so Dallas might only get this thing at the 20. I love these little CBS graphics, man. Come on. That's so funny. I love that. Hey, they got thunder on the field. Let's go. So, Broncos re-extend the lead now to a 10-point ball game. So now from the 20, the ball did bounce for a touchback. We are going to see Dak in the gun. Dak, 3-step drop. Now Dak's got to step up. Dak's going to run for it. He's got a seam, and he slides down at the 30. They're going to mark him at the 29-yard line. So he's a little short of the first down, but Dak able to escape pressure there. Just able to find a seam there. Denver doesn't leave a spine. The rush lane integrity completely fell apart. Sets up 2nd and 1 for Dallas now. 3:15 and counting down to go. Broncos trying to get a stopping of the ball back. 19 gonna motion from right to left side. Now he'll get set. Dak will hand this off to Javonte Williams. And he's able to break out of a couple of tackles. And then the rest of the cavalry is gonna get there. Oh, they're gonna mark him at the line of scrimmage, unfortunately, because they forced him probably 7 yards back after that. But of course, his forward progress does stop at the line of scrimmage. That's where they're going to call him after that. So we'll see what Dallas does on 3rd and minimum here. It's going to be Dak coming out in the gun. Williams to his right side. Set up a little bit. Dak going to throw this. Dak looking for a quick throw, and it's almost intercepted by Jonathan Cooper. Cooper almost jumped that and came down with it. 2:25 on the clock. And the Cowboys are going to bring out the punting unit. Cooper almost came down with that. Oh, my goodness. Cooper almost had an INT, and that would have been a huge turnover. But they do still force a punt on the drive. And Anger is going to punt this thing away. Deep kick fielded at the 15 for Mims. Mims shakes around a little bit, and then he's able to get up the sideline. There, a little bit. Shoved down at the 30 or something a little further. Hope the games go good. I need to hop off for my own blood pressure. Understandable. Come back when you're feeling a little better. And if you don't, enjoy the rest of your football afternoon, Ender Games. I do hope to see you back here in a little bit. Colts are falling apart. Hey, it's still 17-7, man. You're all good. So, here we go. It's going to be Bronco ball with 2:14 to go here in the half. Broncos have a chance to make this a 17-point lead. We'll see what they do. They got it at their own 28-yard line. Nix in the gun. That is Dobbins to his right side. Nix takes a snap, fakes to Dobbins. Nix rolling. Nix throwing back to Dobbins, and he's got him open in the flat, and Dobbins will practically slam himself out of bounds. And by slam, I mean he gets weaved around before he goes out of bounds. They are going to say, though, that his momentum wasn't carrying forward. They run that down to the 2-minute warning, and we will be back here in just a little bit. So 2-minute warning here for the first half. Broncos with a 20-10 lead, trying to drive down and extend that. If you remember, the Broncos did elect to receive the ball at the start of the game. Nix threw that interception, of course. But they've rebounded rather well after that. We're going to see a 58-yard attempt over in Indianapolis while we're in commercial break. Kick is up, and it is wide right. So Tennessee comes away with nothing. Joey Sly pulled it. If I remember right, Joey Sly has been like kind of dog shit all year. Ender Games probably can tell me a little more about that because I don't watch a whole lot of AFC South football. However, I believe that they have left the stream for their own blood pressure, so I may have to ask them about that later on. We are still in the 2-minute warning, so if you're worried about missing anything, we are not missing a thing. Not a thing at all. I don't do it often, but if you, I'm gonna plug a little bit here. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream, helps get me out to more Broncos fans or just more football fans as it is. I would appreciate it. Really appreciate all of you being here, of course, at the moment. It's been a pretty good game so far, man. Broncos are looking good. Stream's looking good. I'm feeling good. It's a great time. It's a great time. Absolute cinema of a time today, folks. So, Colts and Titans are going to go to halftime. We are 2 minutes removed from going to halftime. We are still in commercial break. And I believe we are pulling out a commercial break, so here we go. That didn't take very long, did it? Maybe I'm finally figuring out where I need to put my mic, like, at all times. Maybe I can scoot it back and still sound fine. I don't know. Yeah, how do I sound from here? Oh, I guess that kind of blocks my view of the game. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, that'll work. That'll do. Here we go. 2 minutes left in the first half. Nix and the Broncos with the ball, 2nd and 6. Inside of their own 35 at the 32. Nix snaps it. Will hand it off to Dobbins. Dobbins going left side. Dobbins out of a tackle, and Dobbins has a sieve. Dobbins out of the 48-yard line, and the Broncos are in business. Minute 50 to go here, counting down. That's a big 15-yard run. Dallas tried to strip the ball away from him, and he able to hang on and break out of the tackle attempt. Cowboys suck. Fly, Eagles fly. Y'all got this? Yes, sir! You know it. Nix in the gun. He's got one receiver over on that left side. Nix dropping back, looking left. Nix has Sutton to the left side, and that's going to get Denver right to the edge of field goal range. That is Sutton's first grab of the day, and a rather big one. Goes for 11. 1st and 10. Broncos still moving the chains. They're not going to take a timeout here. Broncos going tempo, letting some of this clock run off a little bit here. Minute 8 to go. Nix remains in the gun. He's got a bit of a, not quite a trip set right, but 3 guys over there. Nix dropping back 5 steps. Now he's going to scramble. Now he goes check down to Dobbins. Dobbins looking to get out of bounds. Stiff arms a man, and he gets out of bounds after a gain of 6. And Dobbins taking a seat with some of the Dallas Cowboys there. Has a little bit of a handshake exchange. It is a gain of 6 for J.K. Dobbins. And the Broncos driving once again, trying to take a big halftime lead. Cowboys receive the ball to start the second half. So Broncos looking to make this a 13-point game at least. Clock is stopped right now at 54. Nix in the gun. It's going to be a 2x2 set. Couple of guys swapping around, trying to figure out how to get set. They do. Nix snaps it. Nix goes short, and he's got Evan Ingram in the flat for a first down right at the marker. 50 seconds to go, and he's able to get out of bounds. Make Dak look like his true playoff form. Hey, Dak hasn't looked terrible. We'll go over that during the halftime stats with the halftime numbers, but he hasn't looked bad, but the Broncos defense has been the Broncos defense. Pat Surtain is back in. They called it like a lower leg shin thing, but he is back in the game, thankfully. Here we go. 2 receivers tight on the left side for Nix in the gun. Nix takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Bidet. Quick throw over to Franklin. Franklin able to wiggle around a couple of guys, runs through a tackle. He's got 7 yards on that, and we're going to see a Broncos timeout come in with 44 seconds to go. Good little bit of a screen there. So the screen game's working, and Peyton's not using it nearly as much, which I think is doing some good things for the Broncos. Love Pat, roll tide. I also love Pat. I most certainly do love Pat myself. I have his jersey. Obviously, today's not the day to wear the Surtain jersey, given the throwback unis, but maybe next week I'll wear the Pat jersey. We'll see. Here we go. 44 seconds to go, coming off of a gain of 8. Love the commentary. Hey, I appreciate that. It's a passion of mine. I love doing this stuff. Here we go. Nick's going to come out in an empty set. He's got 3 guys split left. Now he's going to make it right. Franklin goes in motions. Nix with a hard count here. Play clock down to 10. He's got plenty of time. Nix set. Nix with the snap, dropping back. Nix going to air this thing out with a flag down. He's got Pat Bryant for a touchdown. Outstanding throw and catch. That is Pat Bryant's first National Football League touchdown, and it's going to be offside. Penalty declined. Touchdown, Denver. Nix with an absolute pinpoint ball, put a camel through the eye of a needle to get that ball, and then an outstanding catch by Pat Bryant. Gets 3 feet down in the corner of the end zone. And what a first career touchdown for the rookie. 4th round rookie for Pat Bryant. 39 seconds, and the Broncos have made it a 17-point ball game in the first half. Love the confidence Nix throws with. Just needs to lay things out. Yeah, for sure. I think he just needs to put a tiny bit more air under most of his deep balls. I think he's trying to fastball it in like an outfielder throwing to home. What an absolute dime by Nix, and an absolute, I mean, I've got no more words other than, that's a swag catch right there. I am now getting a phone call. Hello? What happened? Dak with a good little scramble to get it down to the 42. Sorry, I got to sort this out real quick. Fair. Well, I'm glad you found your phone. Cowboys took a timeout after that as well. That is their second. Sorry. Understandable. You're okay. Okay, I love you. Goodbye. Okay, we're back. It's a no. Okay, so it's a throw to Pickens on the left side there. It's going to make Dallas burn a timeout there because he went out of bounds going backwards. They get the first down, but they're not quite into field goal range quite yet. We're down to 22 seconds. Getting a call from a major network to call games. I wish. No, it was my girlfriend calling to tell me something. It was my girlfriend calling to tell me something. Does the audio still sound okay? Are we all good? Probably because I muted my mic a bunch and everything. So here we go. They are now at the their own 48. Dak in the gun here. They got to get out of bounds. Dak dropping back, quick drop. Now he's drifting a little bit, throwing over the middle, intercepted, and that is John A. Barron. Jumps over the pass, and John A. Barron with an interception. John A. Barron, rookie, first-round rookie from Texas in coverage on number 87. That is Ferguson, able to get his head around, jump up, and he looked like Champ Bailey on that one. My goodness. And that is how the Broncos are going to end the half. Absolutely incredible by John A. Barron. Broncos are going to kneel this thing down and go to the half, and that is how the first half is going to end. Denver's going to go to halftime with a 17-point lead, 27-10. Not playoffs, my God. First half stats coming at you right this instant. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having an incredible game so far. You guys ready for these numbers? Because I most certainly am. Let's start with what this Broncos defense is doing to the Dallas Cowboys. Let me get the snot sorted out real quick. Dak Prescott, 9 of 17, 97 yards with the aforementioned interception. Dak is not playing like himself today. I thought he was playing better. He is not. Javonte Williams, 8 for 25, averaging 3 a pop, 1 touchdown. Dallas did get close a couple of times. They've only got the 1 touchdown and the field goal to show for it. And then the rest of the team, Jadon Blue having a really good game in very limited carries. 3 carries, 21 yards. Prescott's got 4 carries for 20, so he's got 117 total yards, but nothing too huge. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, both of them have been locked down pretty okay. CeeDee's only got 2 catches, 35 yards, of course. And then Pickens, 4 for 31. Schoonmaker's really only got the 1 big 14-yard catch, and that's been it for him. Brevin Spanford, kind of their big blocking guy, is a 9-yard catch. Javonte's got an 8-yard catch, and that is it for the Dallas receiving numbers. Meanwhile, really the big Dallas defensive highlight, stuck out stat, whatever, is Bridges there, number 25, with the 1 interception on the first drive. But after that, I mean, Bo Nix has been making mincemeat out of this Dallas defense. Meanwhile, we go look at the Broncos, and this is where we have fun. This is where we feel good about what's going on. Bo Nix, 13 of 17, 169 with the 2 scores and the interception. Obviously, he had to zip his pants down and drop his dick touchdown to Pat Bryant on the left sideline, left corner of the end zone. Broncos rushing game is working really well too. Dobbins, 7 for 51. He's averaging 7 yards a pop. RJ Harvey, 3 for 43. He had that big breakout 40-yard run, and he's got 2 touchdowns on the board as well. So limited touches for him, and he's doing more with it than Blue. Marvin Mims got a 2-yard rush. It happens. Receiving-wise, a lot of good stuff going on today. Franklin already 5 of 82 with a touchdown. Franklin might go for 100. Pat Bryant, 2 for 40 with the aforementioned touchdown. Evan Ingram, 3 for 26, so he's getting a little bit involved. Nothing too crazy, but it's good to see him have some consistent weeks with multiple catches. You do like to see that. Cortland Sutton's only got the 1 catch for 11 yards that he got on that last touchdown drive, but it was good for Denver, obviously. We'll see if they get him involved a little more in the second half. And then J.K. Dobbins, 2 catches, 10 yards. Nothing too crazy there, but Broncos are doing good stuff. John Franklin Myers has picked up a sack here in the first half. And our boy, the guy we were waiting to see something cool happen from, Jahdae Barron, able to snag an interception. Thoughts on the Gabe Hall game-winning throw against the Bengals? Was it Gabe Hall? I don't know if I saw that. Hang on a minute. So those are your halftime numbers. Actually, let's do that. Let's get the team total stats out of the way, and then we'll go look at some of these other games that happened, are happening, all of the above. I need that video out of the way. Total yards, man, it's kind of a bloodbath right now. 152 for Dallas, 84 net passing yards, 68 rushing yards. They're getting 4.5 a pop. It's just not working for them right now. Denver, 264 total, 169 passing yards net, no sacks taken, 95 rushing yards already on the first half, and 9.1 yards per play. Denver is purring right now. 15 first downs to Dallas's 10. Broncos are 2 for 3 on third down. Dallas 2 for 6. Broncos have only run 29 total plays, and yet they are ahead by 17. Dallas has allowed the sack, and they have just punted more. Whereas the Broncos have had a surprisingly clean first half, only 15 yards on 2 penalties. Absolutely wonderful. Both teams have thrown an interception. Wonderful. All right, now we'll go look at that. We'll go look at that Breece Hall touchdown here. Hang on a minute. Let's go check this out. I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see what the shenanigans are. All right, I'm on the Jets official website, just waiting for the video to load here. This is how the Jets won the... Oh, I gotta watch an ad first. God damn it. Grand Twins came home an hour ago, chattering like squirrels in the woods. I love them, but damn. Hey, happens. Gotta love the sounds of nature. Didn't mean to interrupt, just would love to hear your opinions. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting everywhere. I've called 2 games at once at a point today. We can get to some cool shit. So it was Fields with a pitch out to Breece, and then Breece just winds up and... Wow! No, that's crazy! He's running like he's gonna run it. He pump fakes once, and then he underhand tosses it like he's bat flipping to a fucking draped 85. That is crazy. What a throw, and that's a game-winning touchdown. Feel good about that one, Jets. Feel good about that. So here we go. Let's come take a look at some of these games that are going and have happened today. It's been a good day of some National League football, though I will National League football, National Football League, all the above. I will say early window was a big fat nothing burger. Thursday night, obviously, Chargers blew the doors off of the Minnesota Vikings, 37-10. Carson Wentz might not be the guy. Yeah, they brought in Max Brosmer. That's rough. On Thursday night. All right, Thursday night's over. Obviously, Chargers, bloodbath on the Vikings. Dolphins came out and smacked the Atlanta Falcons at home. The rare good performance from the Dolphins. The Dolphins are weird, man. Tua had, like, a really efficient game. Really efficient. 20 of 26, 205, 4 scores. Achane was okay. Ollie Gordon did better than he did. Waddle almost goes for 100. Like, really weird game from the Dolphins. I feel like even when the Dolphins are bad, they have a really good game every now and again. I don't know on the 2-point try, why did Nix whip it so hard for only a 5-yard pass? Could have shuttle passed it underhand. It's just heat of the moment, you know. You're not really thinking about that in the moment. Tua just inconsistent, man. I don't even know if inconsistent's the word, man. I don't know what is happening to Tagovailoa. The Bears did have a lead in this game at some point, but the Ravens do come out on top of that one, 30-16. Tyler Huntley, 17-22, 186 and a touchdown. Henry did not have an efficient day, 21 carries, 71 yards. Caleb Williams didn't really have the greatest of days, 25-38, 285, 1 interception. Just not an outstanding game there for the Bears. You move on. The Bears have looked pretty good at points this season, so... yeah, let me gain my breath real quick. Whew, here in a couple other spots, we'll talk about this one. New York Jets get their first win. Feel good about this one, Jets fans. 1-7 never felt so good. 39-38 comeback win against the Joe Flacco Bengals. Justin Fields looks decent today. 21-32, 244 with a touchdown. Breece Hall, 18-133, the 2 rushing touchdowns, and the 1 passing, which was absolutely electric to end that thing off. Bengals played pretty well as well, but, I mean, you gotta worry if your supposedly halfway decent, okay defense gave up 39 to the New York fucking Jets, man. I mean, Flacco definitely played an alright game. 21-34, 223, 2 scores. Jamar Chase goes 12-91. Higgins had a 44-yard touchdown. That's his only catch. Chase Brown caught a touchdown. Rushing. Basically, all of their running backs had a rushing touchdown. And Joe Flacco had a rushing touchdown. Of all fucking people. So there's your fun stat of the day. Joe Flacco with a rushing touchdown. Absolutely incredible. Absolute cinema. We'll look at some of the current games going on right now. We'll just kind of breeze over a few other scores here. Bills blow the doors off of the Panthers, 14-9. Everyone kind of expected that. Texans come out and smack the 49ers, 26-15. I saw the closing seconds of that game. Drake May and the New England Patriots continue their resurgence on. Drake May, 18-24, 282 and 3 touchdowns. Does have the interception. Not the most ideal thing, but when you're playing the Browns, you can afford it. I hate to say it, but you can. What else do we got here? And then Eagles get their revenge against the Giants, 38-20. Cam Scatterbo goes down with an unfortunate ankle dislocation. That's going to be rough for the Giants to swallow because Scatterbo was kind of the soul of that offense. It's just kind of some of the things that happen. Take a look at some of these current games going on. Bucs Saints 17-3. They're at a halftime. They're almost to the 4th quarter as it stands right now. Saints are chasing 14. They're 17-3. Colts Titans 10-point game. Colts do have the lead right now, but they have not been playing the best since that first quarter. 11:22 on the clock in that game. Colts just got the ball back off of a punt. Of course, obviously, then you've got our third afternoon window game. Broncos Cowboys. Broncos got the lead. Let's go, 27-10. Cowboys will get the ball coming out of halftime. And that is it for now. Coming up on Sunday night, it's going to be the Grassy U-Tree Bowl. Packers going to Pittsburgh to take on the former Darth Lord of the Cheese. Meanwhile, Jonathan Taylor skipping into the end zone for a touchdown. That is an 80-yard touchdown, I believe, for Jonathan Taylor. My God. And then Monday night, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Chiefs are starting to get their strength back while the Commanders are faltering at the wrong time. The wrong time. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Bengals defense sucks. They're just trying to hold on to the playoffs for Burr to come back. I don't see it. I don't either. I don't think they have the defense to survive I don't think the Bengals have the defense to survive losing Burrow for 2 months. Honestly. Fly, Eagles, fly. That thing was broken. I don't know if you saw it, but it was bad. I did not see the Scatterbo injury, and I don't know if I want to now. Hey, Ender Games is back. Blood pressure's down. Dinner's been... Dinner in belly. Let's go. Colts have scored a touchdown. 24-7 Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor did Jonathan Taylor shit, and I'm pretty sure he ran like an 80-yard touchdown. So there you go. So there ya bloody go. Colts starting to look like they got their shit together again. We are still in commercial break before we come back from halftime. So I'm going to do, I don't know, we'll call it one more plug before we come out of halftime. It just kind of is what it is. If you want to help me out, get me out into the algorithm, you can always help by liking the video. If you like what you're hearing right now and want to hear what my usual podcast episodes sound like, feel free to subscribe, turn on notifications. And the last bit of plugging, I know, I'm sorry, I'm a douchebag. If you enjoy video games, I've been playing a lot of Sonic Cross Worlds on my gaming channel. That link is in the description. Okay, we're done plugging. We're back. There we go. Yeah, I'm not looking at the Cam Scatterboo injury. I'm good. I'm all good. Career ending, but hopefully not. He's a beast? Hey. I'm not going to what? Nope, I'm not. You guys have talked me out of my morbid curiosity. You guys have talked me out of the morbid curiosity. I'm sure I'll see it at some point on YouTube Shorts, unfortunately, but good lord. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Fun fact, all right? We'll talk about this on injuries. I don't know if I've ever gotten to show this scar off. I don't know if you can see it with the camera. So we got that one, and then there's one... Okay, yeah, middle of my arm, and that one... Okay, whatever. I broke my arm. I know what sports injuries are, and they suck. And now my window thingy is swinging and fighting with me. I actually swear to God, if it'll stay out of the camera shot, we're fine. Okay, it'll stay. So here we go, Dallas ball. Coming out of halftime, Broncos offense looked great. The defense looked better in that first half. Broncos are going to have to carry that momentum going forward. And we'll see if they're able to do that here. Of course, Cowboys likely going to make some adjustments here, but this Broncos defense is finally making the Cowboys offense look mortal. So here we go, Dak in the gun, 3 receivers in the game, takes a snap, dropping back, looking short, he's got it out at number 19, and they're going to rattle him down after a gain of 7. That is Flournoy, number 19. I finally have a name on the guy, and that is a very, very unique name for a guy. You love the NFL. For some of the names you get out of this. Let's ride. Not the slogan anymore. Let's believe, baby. Let's believe. Here we go. It's going to be another gun set here. We're going to see Ferguson motion to the right side. Dak still looking short. Now he's going to float it out to Williams, and it's incomplete there. Just trying to desperately get it off to anybody, so... Nothing happens on the play. Incomplete there for Dallas. It's going to set up 3rd and 3. Broncos D trying to force a 3-and-out on this Dallas offense. Who would have thought giving the ball to JT works, Shane? I know. Crazy concept, man. I don't know if that Jonathan Taylor guy is going to be that good, to be honest. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I kid, Ender Games. Don't shoot me. Here we go, 3rd and 3 now for the Cowboys. Broncos show blitz. I got a lot of guys at the line. You got a bunch set of 3 on the right. Dak now trying to weave out of pressure. He does. He's got a lane on the left side over midfield. Then he slides down at the 48. Brandon Jones in just to secure him. 10-yard scramble for Prescott, and he's going to get him into Denver territory. Broncos rush lane integrity just did not stay. Nick Benito got way too wide around the left side of the offensive line. That's going to give Dak and the Cowboys a new set of downs. 13:45 to go and counting down here in the 3rd quarter. Dak now under center. 3 receivers still remain on the field here. Dak snap. Dak hands it off going right side to Williams. And Williams gets swung down after a gain of 2. Going to get him up. Maybe even a gain of 1. Going to get him up to the 47-yard line of Denver. So roughly Aubrey field goal range in Denver. And there's that NFL Today update for the Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And wow, he tight-roped it down the sideline for a solid 15 yards. Here we go, 2nd and 8 now for the Cowboys. No wideouts on the right side of the formation. Dak taking the snap, short drop. Now looking to the left side. He's got Pickens in space. And he's going to get knocked out of bounds there by, I believe, Chris Abrams' drain. I believe there was a Dean lineman in coverage. That might have been Franklin Myers giving chase to him. So it's another 1st down. It just looked like Broncos were in a bit of a deep zone there. Excuse me, it was Dondre Tillman that was back there in coverage, trying to do something. Excuse me, let's believe. There you go. Let's believe, baby. Here we go, now down to the Denver 34-yard line. Turpin goes in motion. It's a little bit of a loop around to CeeDee Lamb. And the Broncos able to read it out well. They limit that to a gain of 2 yards on the play there. That is Singleton in on are in on the stop. Ooh, they actually, they took Surtain. They kept Surtain in the locker room coming out of halftime. So it's a different injury now. It's a shoulder thing now for Surtain, not his shin. So Surtain staying in the locker room out of half. Here we go, 2nd and 8 now at the Denver 32. Dak is going to be under center. Turpin once again goes in motion. It's a handoff to Blue, trying to go up the middle, and nothing is there. Blue is going to meet a sea of orange. That is Owazarike, and, why can't I think of his name? Hufanga. Yeah, oh man, on the Surtain thing. Hopefully he's alright. Hopefully it's just a precaution. They said he's questionable to come back out. So we'll see what comes of that. Whew. So here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 8 now for Dak and the Cowboys. He's got an up man in the backfield, and now he's going to send Lamb out of the backfield as well into the slot left side. Broncos show blitz. Broncos bring the blitz, and they're going to get Lamb short of the sticks. 3 yards short. That is Jonathan Cooper that ends up on top of him. We're going to see this Dallas offense stay on the field here for 4th and 2.5. This Broncos defense needs to find a way to rally without Pat Surtain. 10:45 and ticking down here in the quarter. 4th and 2. Bronco defense looking to get off of the field here. And we'll see what they do. Dak going to come out in the gun. Williams will be to his right side. Now he's going to go as an up man, probably a personal protector. Broncos once again show blitz. Broncos pull it off. Nobody gets home, and Pickens makes the catch along the left sideline down to the 10. That is a Dallas first down inside the Denver 15. Like I said, down to the 10. Just a toe drag catch. Pickens just able to find an open spot in the zone there. Broncos in a very, very wide cover 2. You had Chris Abrams drain back there. Looks like they're just trying to prevent the big plays on that one. And there's a Bronco defender down on the field. Who is down? They're glazing the guy. I just can't tell who it is. That is Zach Allen shaken up. He is walking off the field under his own power, so that is good. But as it stands, the Broncos are now without 2 All-Pros, one of them being your Defensive Player of the Year defensive back. And it's going to be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line now for Dallas. Oh boy, 10:20 and ticking down to go. Here we go. It's going to be Prescott under center, 2 receivers stacked on the right side of the formation. Gonna motion number 89, and here's the handoff to Williams. Williams gonna batter his way up for a gain of 4. So no Zach Allen in the game. Definitely has a bit of an impact on that run defense. Nix deserves that contract more. We'll see. We'll see here in a bit. We'll see what Nix does on his rookie deal. And yeah, oh yeah, Nick Mangold, man. Mangold. I think it's Mangold. Rest in peace to him, man. Prescott in the gun, takes the snap, dropping back, 3-step, a little bit of hopping. What a pull. What a catch by Lamb. Riley Moss in coverage, but he's a yard and a half short of the end zone there. 3rd and goal now for the Cowboys. Broncos looking to make another goal line stand. Riley Moss just barely able to catch up and keep Lamb from getting in the end zone. I mean, 74, you're all good, man. You fixed it up. Here we go from the 1.5. Dak in the gun. We're going to see number 19 motion right to left. Dak, 5-step drop, 7-step drop going up top. Incomplete, but it's going to be pass interference on Riley Moss. Yeah, they're going to tag him. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. It is PI. So Dallas is going to get it at the 1. Yeah, that's a pass interference. They're going to get you for that every time. That is very, very much a pass interference. So 1st and goal now from the 1. We do this series again. 19 goes left or right to left. They give Williams the ball. Does he get in? No, he is short. Williams is just a little bit short of the end zone there. They do get him down. It's a gain of maybe a couple of... It's a gain of a foot, maybe. 8:33 and counting down. Cowboys trying to punch this thing in to make it a 10-point game once again. Broncos defense trying to slam the door. Gun set for Dak. Running back to his right. I believe that is still Williams. CeeDee Lamb one-on-one in coverage up top. Dak takes a snap, throwing the one-on-one ball. Knocked away. And they're going to flag him again. And they're going to get Riley Moss on another pass interference. And Riley Moss looks dumbfounded by it. Riley pleading his case with the crew, but he's not going to get anything for it. Yeah, nice. Romo doesn't seem to like the call much either. It's another 1st and goal. On the half-yard line, I-form set here for the Cowboys. Hands it off to Williams, and there's that Dallas touchdown. Man, I just saw a Canadian football field, and when I saw the field goal position, I actually shuddered. Wait until you hear that they can kick it out of the back of the end zone in Canadian football and get a point for it. It doesn't even have to go through the uprights. If you just kick it out of the back of the end zone, it's called a rogue. And the Canadians play with 12 guys on the field. 12. And their players can go forward in motion. The touchdown for the Cowboys, Javonte Williams, pretty much the scoring engine for Dallas today. Aubrey's got the extra point up, and it is good. So, Bronco defense does give up a touchdown. Broncos are going to get their first possession of the second half with just over 8 minutes to go. So, a very, very long drive by the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, and a very big stretch by me. Yeah, the Canadians, there's definitely still a lot more rugby, I think, that remains in Canadian football. I have seen arena football, and it's absolutely bonkers, dude. Arena football is bonkers. My Mario sippy cup. You guys want to hear something stupid? I gotta do a bunch of shit to my truck like this upcoming weekend. I gotta fucking so unfortunately with the way that my truck is, all of the like clutch pieces are pretty much in the transmission. So I gotta get the parts, and then I'm probably gonna have to take it to a shop or something, because with my truck you have to drop the transmission to get to like the clutch master cylinder, the clutch slave cylinder, like all of it. You've got to drop the tranny for. So at that point, ooh, Jones going deep, one-on-one ball. What a catch by Alec Pierce. Deep inside of Tennessee territory, and he had a defensive back wrapped around him. That game is still 24-7, but the Colts threatening to make it 31-7. I need to open my window a smidge more. Give me just a second to do that. Oof. There we go. Okay, window open more. And now curtain in window shot. Okay, I've fixed the set. I have fixed the set. We're in commercial break, so we are not missing a single thing. We're having a great time around here. We are having a wonderful time. Pierce with a catch from downtown. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah, crazy catch there from Alec Pierce, man. I mean, what a deep ball that Jones threw as well. That was a good throw from Jones. Indiana Jones has returned. Alrighty. So here we go. Cowboys make it a 10-point game now. Broncos gonna get their first drive of the second half. Here's the kick with 18 to go in the third quarter. Fielded at the 7-yard line, I believe, by Mims. Mims looking for a little bit of room at the 25, breaks out of a tackle. Marvin Mims is loose. He's going to cut it back to the right side. Marvin Mims to midfield, breaks out of a tackle, and he's down at the Cowboys' 46-yard line. What a spark for the Denver Broncos. And that is why Marvin Mims is an all-pro returner, just able to bounce off of his own guy and a man trying to make a tackle around him. Cuts it out to the right side there, and if he could have broken out of another tackle, he had a convoy to take him to the end zone. Oh, Bidet is geeking up with him. Here we go. Nix under center. 3 receivers and a tight end here on the field. Nix hands it off. It is Dobbins left side. Dobbins has room to go. Dobbins to the 30, 25, and out of the 21-yard line. And he shoves over a camera guy by accident. He helps him up. Camera guy seems to be okay, or NFL audio staff or something. That guy seems to be okay. Dobbins helped him up. All Dobbins has to do is bolt down to the left side of the offensive line there. There is absolutely no one there. Here we go, now at the Dallas 21-yard line after one play and a big return. Nix with the snap, hands it off once again to Dobbins. Dobbins looking for room. Dobbins into a pile, but still able to get forward for 4 or 5 on that one. And this Broncos running game is absolutely cooking in this game, and that has not gone anywhere. J.K. Dobbins. Oh, man, Broncos cooking. Josh Downs with a touchdown. So off of the gain of 5 down to the Dallas 16-yard line. Bo Nix is in business. Trips to his right side in the gun. It's going to be another handoff, and they're going to get another gain and give him about 3 with R.J. Harvey. D. Baker hurt on the last drive. Hope he is okay. Indeed. You never wish for injuries. Not in a simple game. You do hope D. Baker is all right, man. Injuries are a cruel mistress. Here we go, 3rd and 3 now for the Broncos. Nix in the gun. He's got Troutman, and I think that is Mims stacked on the right side. Sutton will join him. They get a bunch trio set. Nix dropping back, 3-step, 5-step. Now he's going to look in corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Cortland Sutton. There's a flag down, and the way the camera is looking, it's coming back. Adam Troutman did a no-no. And it's offensive pass interference on Adam Troutman. That is a huge call. So we don't put the 6 on. Troutman just gets caught up on that. Troutman just gets caught up on that. Come on. Alrighty, so here we go. 3rd and 13. Nix in the gun once again. Franklin goes in motion. Nix, 5-step drop. Nix stands tall, looking end zone middle, and it's dropped by Sutton. Oh, Sutton unable to hang on. Oh, what a ball from Bo. And Sutton just drops it, bounces off of his chest, and he can't corral it. God damn it. Gonna bring in Will Lutz. It's going to make it a 30-17 game if he hits it. Lutz from the left hash, 42-yard attempt. Lutz gets it up, and he's got it. So the Broncos do get points out of this, but God, they could have had more. So still a 13-point game with 6:02 to go in the third quarter. 30-17. Gonna text my lady friend back. There we go. Gotta make sure she's all taken care of. No, when she called me earlier, she thought she lost her phone in one of our stores around here. She found it and was just calling me to, I don't know, not have a panic attack, more or less. We're all good. So it is a 30-17 game now for the Broncos. I'm going to take commercial break, and I'm going to go get me another zero sugar Dr. Pepper. Sponsor me, Dr. Pepper. Come on. What? Alrighty. So it's a blowout in Indianapolis, and the Broncos have just gained a couple of points to add on to that 2-possession lead. Could have been a lot more, but unfortunately Sutton with a rare miscue and a rare drop at about the worst possible time you could have asked for it. 6:02 to go in the third quarter. We are in commercial break. You are not missing anything. And if you want to learn the way to my heart, one of these. One of these. You can't even see the label. One of these. All right. I'm done joshing. We are coming back from commercial break. Broncos going to kick this thing off now. Will Lutz. Cold, crispy, zero sugar Dr. Pepper. That shit crispy. Here we go. Lutz getting ready to kick this thing off. Should have been a touchdown. It's a 4-point swing. And there's the kick. This will be fielded and knelt down in the end zone. That is a touchback. This ball's going to come out to the 30. And Surtain has been ruled out of the game. Pat Surtain will not be coming back into the game. It's a shoulder thing that happened when he was trying to tackle Pickens during the end of the first half. So they have confirmed that Pat Surtain will not be returning to the ballgame. That's huge. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 35, excuse me. Prescott, single back. Prescott, play action. Prescott rolling. Prescott looking. Prescott will just try to get something. He basically falls forward and dives out of bounds for a gain of 1.5. Halftime smelling salts must have kicked in for the Colts. So the Cowboys are also down a defender for now. It is Elijah Clark. Cowboys are running a skeleton crew at safety. 2nd and 8 now for Dak and the Cowboys out of the gun. Williams motions out of the backfield. They fake a handoff, screen it to Turpin, and Moss unable to make the tackle. Not down yet, and finally there is a swarm of orange on top of little number 9, and the Broncos able to force a loss of 1 or 2. So many orange jerseys just flew into frame after Moss missed that tackle. Broncos able to choke him up and rally to him. Here we go. 3rd and 10 at the 35 now for the Cowboys. 4:50 counting down in the third quarter. Of course, Prescott's going to come out in the gun. He's got a big man in the backfield there to serve as a personal protector. Dak, deep drop, pump fake, looking to his right. Overthrows it. Incomplete, and another marker down. Targeting Riley Moss. And just man-to-man with CeeDee Lamb. And we'll see what this is. And it's defensive holding on Jaquan McMillan. So the Cowboys get a free first down. Broncos are shooting themselves in the foot defensively. But it's a hold that goes on McMillan. Oh, and McMillan really didn't need to hold that. So now 1st and 10 from the 40, new set of downs. Dak in the gun. Dak's going to hand off to Blue, and Blue gets popped. Ball's go! Broncos ball! I believe that was Nick Bonito that fell on that thing. It got blown out of Blue's hands. You talk about a Madden hit stick. That is the exact reason they wrote that term. Wow. And they say cowboy ball. They're still fighting for it at the bottom of the pile. That is Jaquan McMillan at the bottom of the pile. Just still fighting Hoffman for it. McMillan's hanging on. They really call it a Dallas recovery. Wow. Hoffman gets the recovery. I think Peyton's going to challenge this. Jeez, that's a sea of hands. Here we go, 2nd and 10 now for the Broncos. CeeDee gonna motion from left to right, makes it a not trips on the side. Dak, quick throw to CeeDee Lamb, and the Broncos rally to him immediately. It's a catch a 5, no run on it. That is Riley Moss and Justin Stranad in on the tackle. Moss in on the coverage, obviously. 3:46 and counting down here in the third quarter. 3rd and 5. Oh boy. Here we go. Broncos show blitz. Williams in as an up man in the gun. Quick throw from Dak, and it's dropped by Kevontae Turpin. Just a yard past the sticks, and Turpin drops this thing. He did everything right. He put Moss on his ass with a good route. He just did the one thing wrong and dropped it. Kind of a shaky throw from Dak on that one, though. Just put it a little too low, and we're going to see the Cowboys punt this thing away. So the Broncos get away unscathed, even if things were getting a little dicey there. So, here we go. Gets the kickoff. That is Anger, not the Titans' Anger. And we're going to see this fair caught at the 16-yard line. Broncos are going to get the ball back. We got 3:18 to go in the third quarter. They are going to go to commercial break over there. Meanwhile, I look over and you got guys jumping in the Tennessee and Indy game. Of course, it's not for much at this point. 3 minutes and ticking down over there. 31-7 ball game. I guess it's never over if the Broncos can score 33 in the fourth quarter, but I don't see a world where the Titans offense does enough to come back from 24 down. I don't think there's a world where the Titans come back from 24 down as it stands. But we'll see. Broncos game is in commercial break, and I'm still watching the Indy game over here, so we'll see. Ward takes a gun snap, no drop, gets it out quickly to number 5. Colts rally and get onto him immediately at Zaire Franklin in combination with Colts number 0. That is Bynum. Like I said, Broncos game is still in, or is just gone to commercial break on the change of possession. So we're not missing anything from the Broncos game. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. I haven't bait and switched you with the thumbnail and then the game I'm calling. We're just in commercial break over in Denver. Broncos will get the ball back at their own 16 when we're out of it. Oh, Colts very much showing a heavy blitz to Cam Ward. Ward making an adjustment. Ward needs to get set. Gets the snap off at 2. Quick out and just can't find his man. Looking for Jefferson on the left side, right at the sticks. Incomplete. 4th and 3. Minute 41 to go. Indy looking like they're going to move up to 7-1. Outstanding. A lot of blowouts today. Have you noticed that? Lot of not competitive games today. Philly won by 18. Buffalo won by 31. Who else won big today, man? Houston. I mean, the Houston game might have been the closest game in the early window. Tampa's blowing the Saints out. That's a 20-point game in New Orleans. And obviously the Colts are doing terrible things to Cam Ward. That is a sack. DeForest Buckner up the middle. And he's going to plant Cam Ward to the floor, and we'll see if one day a tree is able to sprout from that. But here we go. Back in Denver now after the commercial break. Broncos have the ball now with a 2-score lead. Going to be looking to extend that here. 3:18 to go here on the clock. Nix under center. Franklin goes in motion. Nix will hand it off to J.K. Dobbins going left side, and Dobbins is going to get slammed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one. Now they call it a gain of 1. I didn't think he even got that far. Oh, excuse me. So it'll be 2nd and 9 now from their own 17. Nix will come out in the gun. 2:40 and running down on the clock. Nix takes the snap, quick drop, quick throw, and that is Sutton breaking out and weaving around, backs into a first down. Gain of 9, Sutton able to twist and weave around. Thankfully, the Colts used turf, or else Cam would have been buried under that. True. Sutton able to break out of a britches tackle pretty much. He doesn't break out of it, but he breaks out of it enough to spring up and fall backwards for a first. Midseason grind. Some teams don't even show up. True. Here we go. Single back set for Nix. I believe that is that Mims in the backfield? That is Marvin Mims, who gets a pitch out of the right side. Now he's got a few blocks, and he gets popped on the right side. He gets right back up, so that's a good thing right there. It's a gain of 8 for Marvin Mims, who got a pitch out of the backfield. And that's another thing I'm surprised we haven't seen more of this year is Marvin Mims out of the backfield. Because that really, really felt like that's where this offense was getting everything going for him last season. At least in the back half of last year. Here we go. 2nd and 1 now for the Broncos. They call it a gain of 9. Nix in an I-form set. Nix making a slight adjustment at the line there, seemed like. Hands it off right up the middle. Dobbins able to spring forward for 1 and more. He needed 1. He got 6 or 7 on that one. No, I'm not doing the meme. My brain is still intact, unfortunately, for all of the little children. And clock is going to run below a minute here in the third quarter. R.J. Harvey going to come onto the field. And this Broncos rushing attack starting to lift some weight here. Meanwhile, you've got Nix playing really well after that first pick. Dobbins has the most rushing yards through this amount of games since Willis McGahee in 2012. It's a pitch left side looking for R.J. Harvey. And Dallas is there. They built a wall right there at the line of scrimmage, and it's a loss of 2. He goes out of bounds, but that is going to run out the clock. Here, I'm going to pull an Ender Games here. I'm going to pull an Ender Games here. Score update. Score update. End of third. Broncos 30-17. Bang. Absolute cinema. So we will come back out of the quarter break with a 2nd and 12 going into the 4th. Broncos with a 13-point lead, 30-17. One quarter of football remains for our Denver Broncos. And unfortunately, for our stream as well. You guys have all been extremely awesome. You guys are always awesome. I have the best viewers on the internet. I have the best viewer base on the internet. I know it's not a ton of you, but, you know, we take quality over quantity around these parts. At least where we are right now. I don't care if Perna's pulling in 15,000. I pull 16 and I'm happy. Now, we are in commercial break in both games. We've kind of kept tabs on during this, so you are not missing anything. Not missing a single thing. Don't you worry your sweet little head about it. You mean we have the lead going into the 4th? Listen, I'm just as shocked as you are. I'm just as shocked as you are. Holy shit. How many subscribers have I gained to this stream? My God. Hang on a minute. Are we up 5? You pull 16 and one of them is a Colts fan. Yes. But you're really cool. So we allow you here. No, you've been great, Ender. Everyone here has been so great, man. This is the kind of community I like building. Football fans. Building a fun football community. Am I seriously up? Am I up 5 subs on this stream? Are you guys bonkers? Am I up 5? Oh, it won't even show me the analytics. I'm in commercial break. It won't show me the analytics. But we were like 124 or 25 coming into this. My God, you guys are awesome. My God, you guys are the best. We're still in commercial break in Denver. Colts and Titans are back now in the 4th quarter. Colts have the ball. There's a flag down. MSU beat Michigan? What? MSU beat Michigan. Okay, it's not going to show me the score if I just search Michigan. All right, who cares? Here we go. Nix in the gun, 2nd and 12 at their own 40-yard line. Nix making a slight adjustment at the line here. 2 receivers on the right side of the formation. Nix takes the snap, dropping back, 5-step drop, gets it off before he gets hammered, and he airs it to Sutton, and it's inside of the Cowboy 20. They might call it right at the 20, but that is a massive throw and a massive catch from Courtland Sutton. And they are now picking on britches. Nix able to stand in tall and just deliver an absolute moonball to Courtland Sutton over on that left sideline. They call him down to the 21-yard line. Here we go. Nix remains in the gun. Nix will throw. Quicker drop. Slings it out to his right side. And my God, drop by Marvin Mims. In the right side, flat. Mims pissed at himself about it. So we'll see if Nix targets him here in the near future. Mims just bobbled it away from himself. Oh, Michigan beat MSU. Okay. Indianapolis has scored another touchdown. Meanwhile, it's an unfortunate drop by Mims. Empty set now for Nix. 4 eligible guys on the right side, and he throws for the isolated Pat Bryant. That throw just gets a little bit away from him on that one. In the direction of Pat Bryant. 14-19 to go here in the game. Broncos looking to add more points onto this. 3rd and 10, though, will be the biggest obstacle of the drive. Likely the game. They've been picking on bridges this drive. Nix is going to leave the set empty. 3 guys now to the right side, top of the formation. Nix with the snap. Quick drop over the middle. He's got a man for a first down. That is Evan Ingram. They needed 10. They got exactly 10. Evan Ingram finds it over the middle. And that is going to be good enough for another Broncos first down. Baby. Dr. Pepper. Here we go. Nick's going to come out under center. It's a single back set for him. That is Dobbins. Sherfield Adkins checked into the game. It's a handoff left side. Dobbins with a couple of cutbacks. And he'll loop it around. And they're going to give him about a gain of 4 on that one, I believe. Should set up 2nd and 6. Broncos had the heavy package out with Trent Sherfield included. Sherfield kind of more or less filling that Lil Jordan Humphrey role from last year. Not doing a whole lot as a receiver. Kind of more here because he is a large man. We got an extra O-lineman out in the game now, so that is going to be, I believe, Forsyth that has come out, or Throckmorton. No, Throckmorton. So he declares eligible. Nix, play action, looking, throwing! Oh, and it's almost a diving touchdown catch by Nate Adkins. That would have been a hell of a catch. Flag down. See what this is. And it's an illegal formation on the offense. All right, 5-yard penalty. Throckmorton reported as eligible and then was covered up by another eligible receiver. The technicalities of the game will never cease to amaze me. Oh, wow. So Dallas declines the penalty, so it's 3rd and 6. Bidet comes in the running back. You've got 2 receivers and a tight end on the right side. Nix snaps it. Nix looking, standing. Nix wide open and touchdown. Troy Franklin, 2nd touchdown of the game for Mr. Oregon himself. Another for tripping a Broncos defender while he was on the ground. True. Bo Nix with a 3-touchdown performance, and 2 of them have gone to his college best friend and number 1 wideout, Troy Franklin. And this Broncos offense is running like a 2005 Honda Civic perfectly. Extra point on by Lutz, and he will add it on, and I have cooked myself just slightly. What have I done here? I meant to add point to game, not... I meant to add point to game. There we go, I fixed it. Is this the Cowboys team that beat the brakes off of Washington last week? Allegedly. Allegedly, these are the same Dallas Cowboys that beat the brakes off of Washington last week. Allegedly. I can't confirm nor deny. You know what, guys? You know what? I think I'm going to put in, you know what? We'll see how these next 2 drives go, but if the Broncos put another touchdown on the board, I think I'm filing a missing persons report on the Dallas Cowboys. I need the, where's the apology form meme? I need the apology form. I need the Bo Nix apology form. Where's the Bo Nix apology form? Give me the Bo Nix apology form. Give me the Bo Nix apology form. Let me go to my channel real quick. I'm going to post this. Yeah, we'll see how this next drive goes. But if the Broncos score again and the Cowboys don't, we are filing a missing persons report. All right. All right, go check. All right, go check my post. Go check my post. The Bo Nix. If you've been talking shit on Bo Nix, go sign the Bo Nix apology form. You know what? I'll make a link to the post on the stream. I'll put it in chat. Still waiting for people to sign the Danny Jones apology form. Hey, man, you know what? Give me just a minute, and I'll do a bit, and I'll sign it. Okay, I'm not gonna do the link right now. Whatever. Where's my? I have a notebook somewhere, I think. Even if it's just like a little tiny one, I have a notebook. I have a notebook somewhere. I can do a bit. Screw it. Random blank piece of paper. Random blank piece of paper. Alright, I've got my own apology form to sign. Because I was not a believer during the season, okay? My handwriting is bad, especially if I'm writing quick. Alright, let me sign the apology form. As Lutz will kick this off to the Cowboys. Fielded at the goal line by Cavante Turpin. Turpin jogging into the 25 before he gets rocked at the 28-yard line. How do I write a cursive N? Yeah, I haven't quite gotten my signature down yet for Miles, but I have signed the Daniel Jones apology form. I've signed the Danny Dimes apology form. The lighting is doing me no favors, but I have signed the Danny Dimes apology form. I'll have it in via mail for you next week, Ender Games. Has anyone seen the Cowboys? We'll see. We'll give it another drive, and then we might start filing our missing persons reports. Here we go, Dak in the gun. It's gonna be Ferguson wiggling around. Dak dropping back, 7-step drop, back to the 20, unloading, and he's got a guy at the 40. CeeDee Lamb up to the 47-yard line, up to, they'll call him the 46. Clock is going to go to 12:30. I believe the Cowboys are going to go tempo. And they're picking on Chris Abrams' drain a little bit now. Up to the 46, Dak on a quick tempo snap, and Dak will be sacked. Zach Allen is going to get back there for the Denver front seven. So big play for the Cowboys, but it's going to come back just slightly by Zach Allen. They call it a loss of 2 on that, and they'll bring him back to the 44. Dak in the gun, quick snap, quick drop, looking quick, knocked away, Riley Moss. Targeting George Pickens on just a little bit of a slant route. We had a flag down. Riley Moss is saying, no way. I read his lips. Okay, oh my God. Okay, it's on the Cowboys. Riley Moss thought they were calling that motherfucker on him. Hi, Mom. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You can speak. You can... Bruh. My mom made me a quesadilla. She made me a quesadilla. Let me. Alright, I'll spit that in a second. Empty set for Dak. Takes the snap. 7-step drop. Looking over the middle, and he's got his big play. 3rd and 12. They convert to Pickens. Abrams' drain was looking like he was trying to say it was incomplete, and the Cowboys were running to the line. Just found Abrams' drain over the middle of that. Great play by the Cowboys. Now it's a handoff to Williams there. Cowboys might... Ooh, nice run by Williams. Gonna fight forward for 9 on that one. Cowboys are moving quick. They're finding some of the explosives, and my mom has brought me a quesadilla. I'm excited for this. Yummy. W mom, W mom. Absolutely W mom. Ooh boy, 2nd and 1, Dak in the gun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and it's an out route to CeeDee Lamb on the left side down to the 23. You got a flag down. This may be a roughing the passer call on Malcolm Roach. It is. Damn it. Ooh, yeah. Nope, definitely roughing call. Yeah, they'll call that every time, Malcolm. Come on, man. So it's a 15-yard penalty that is going to put the Cowboys down to the 12-yard line. It's a pistol set with an up man to Dak's right. We're going to see Schoonmaker go in motion. Dak takes a snap, bit of a shorter drop. Ellis was going to get intercepted! That is Dondre Tillman. Look at him rumble, stumble. He's free going down the middle of the field. Tillman to the 40, and he finally gets dragged down at midfield. Dondre Tillman gets it out to like the 47-yard line. He dives in. Dak was looking for a crossing route to CD. Tillman dives and breaks it off, and he gets the Broncos to midfield. Quesadilla is gas, by the way. This quesadilla is so good. I'm really excited to watch that callback. I'm actually recording the broadcast this time, too. Like, my broadcast, obviously. What a play by Dondre Tillman. What a play by Dondre Tillman. Oh my god, that is funny as hell. That is funny as hell. Who needs, look, hey, hear me out. Who needs Pat Surtain in the game when Dondre Tillman is this good? Oh, man, who's got the missing persons hotline? Because I need to report a missing roster of 53 guys. We're reporting a missing roster of 43 guys. Goodness gracious. Oh, this is great. Oh, come on. I need my stepdad to pick up, man. Come on. Oh, come on. Don't fumble the bag. Come on. Oh, the bag might be fumbled. He can still save it. Come on. Damn it. Well, the bit's gone. Somebody file a missing persons report for the Dallas Cowboys, please. Here we go. Bo Nix and the Broncos have it at the 45. Troutman goes in motion left. They pitch it out right side to Dobbins. Dobbins with room. That's going to be a gain of 15, and Dobbins has gone over 100 yards. It's a gain of 15 for J.K. Dobbins, and that puts him over 100. 13 for 108. So, it's now a first down at the Dallas 45. Or at the 40, excuse me. Handoff to Dobbins once again. Dobbins dancing. Dobbins breaking. Dobbins for a gain of 5. Maybe 6. Down inside the Dallas 35-yard line, and I'm going to take a bite of my quesadilla. Me neither, Undergames. Me neither. I did not have simultaneous interceptions on the bingo card. I really did not have simultaneous picks on the bingo card, but I'm glad it happened. Ender games, we might just be winners today. Pitch out right side to Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims gets some blocks. Marvin Mims has a first down, gain of 7. Another first down for the Denver Broncos inside of Dallas territory. And the Broncos have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Oh. Delicious quesadilla. I-form set here for Bo. 2 receivers stacked onto the left side. Now Engram will come in tighter on the line. Nix takes a snap. He will hand that off. That is Dobbins. And Dobbins gonna finally get blown up in the backfield. So finally, the Cowboys get a very tiny victory on 1st and 10. A loss of 2. We have our 3rd stringer in. Oh, that's crazy work. This quesadilla is really good. Riley Leonard in the game. Let's go, Broncos. Welcome back to the stream, bok choy. My mom brought me a quesadilla, and it is delicious. Cowboys took a timeout, no longer. Now at the Dallas 30, Nix will come out in the gun, trips to his left side. Gonna motion out Harvey from the backfield. Nix goes to the isolated side, and that is a completion to Courtland Sutton. Looks to be a gain of 8 or 9. Gonna set up a 3rd and manageable now for the Broncos. 3rd and 4. How good? That good. That one's delicious. Nix will come back out in the gun for 3rd and 4. Trips to his left. Nix dropping back. 3-step drop. Lofting for the end zone again. Incomplete. And we might get a defensive hold. The Broncos are going to get a first down off a defensive hold. Nix going for his 4th touchdown pass. Holy shit. 7:28 to go here in the 4th quarter. And this is likely going to be, they call it PI on number 14. So Evan Engram draws a pass interference call. He doesn't get a touchdown, but he gets the PI on Bell. That's going to move the Broncos that much closer. Bo Nix might get a 4th touchdown pass. Either that or Dobbins might get a touchdown run. Here we go. It is now 1st and goal. They got the first down off of the penalty there. That was 3rd and 4, so now it is 1st and goal at the 5. Nix comes back out in the gun. Very tight set. 3 receivers and a tight end out here. Nix dropping back. 5-step drop. Now he's dancing. Now throwing it away. General direction of J.K. Dobbins and Deron Bland. So incomplete there. Nix just a good throwaway on that one. 2nd and goal. 7:23 to go. We have Riley Leonard playing quarterback. That's funny. That's so funny. I'm going to guess Riley Leonard is practice squad level QB or not, or position player. Caught me lacking. 2nd and goal at the 5. Nix in the pistol. I've got a bunch of quesadilla in my mouth right now, but here we go. Nix takes a snap. It will be faked. Nix rolling. Nix throwing. Can't find Sutton. Flag down. And the indication is that it will be on the Broncos. Third string behind Richardson. Gotcha. So they're working out the call. Mm. 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 So you got two Broncos fucky wuckies. You got two Bronco fucky wuckies. It's a legal man downfield that gets declined, and then OPI on Cortland Sutton. Sutton didn't know it didn't end up being a run play. Small miscommunication. Penalty is going to back the Broncos up just a little bit. But it's going to remain second and goal. Did they decline both penalties? Wow. Dallas declined both penalties to make it third and goal. It would have been second and goal from the 15. Reset of the 5. Nick's going to come out empty set. And now Harvey is going to come back into the backfield after a little bit of barking. Nix takes a snap, dropping back. Nix rolling. Nix has Harvey. Harvey with a touchdown. Touchdown, Broncos. Make it 43. Make it a third touchdown for Harvey and a fourth touchdown for Bartholomew Nix. Ender Games, I am so sorry. Ender Games, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Ender Games, that RJ Harvey is cooking now that you got him on the bench. Lutz gonna come on from in between both hashes. Lutz knocks through the extra point, and that's gonna take us to commercial break. 7:14 to go here in the game. 3 RJ Harvey touchdowns, 4 Bo Nix touchdowns, and an absolutely W mom. I'm gonna go thank her real quick and take my plate back into the kitchen, so I will return shortly. Unfortunately, for the purposes of thanking my mom for the quesadilla, she is in the shower. So unfortunate. I promise she will get thanked. I already thanked her, but she didn't say anything back, and I was really sad. God damn it! Yeah. Ooh. Here we go. Here's the bit. Father, have you seen the Dallas Cowboys?
What's up, buddy?
Have you seen the Dallas Cowboys? Do you know where they are? Because they are not in Denver right now, apparently.
I've seen the score. It sure seems that way.
Listen, I've already filed the missing persons report, but we might need to do a little more to try and find the goddamn Dallas Cowboys.
I like it.
Thank you for your participation in the bit.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing. I just called you for the bit.
Okay, love you, buddy.
Love you too. We'll talk to you later. Yeah! We got the bit! Man, I don't think anybody from Dallas is in Denver. Check your community posts. Is my community are my community posts blowing up right now? Are we going crazy in the community posts? I have to go investigate this, just like we need to investigate where the hell the Dallas Cowboys went. I wasn't aware of your game. I don't watch Broncos games enough. All right, there's the kickoff to Cavante Turpin. It is a touchback. I'm going to heart your comment, Ender Games. Like I told you, I signed the Danny Dimes apology form. All right, yeah, listen, everyone just needs to, like, check their closets and stuff for Dallas Cowboys, because I physically cannot find them. I mean, I've got some stuff that I'll look under here in a minute when I'm not calling the game. Backup quarterback in for the Cowboys! Backup QB in for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott's done! That is Joe Milton for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott has been removed from the game. No Dak Prescott. Tragic. But not actually. I'll have to find whatever image you posted here in a minute, Ender Games. I don't think it's popping up right now. All right, it's going to be Milton in the gun. I believe that is Blue next to him. Milton dropping back, short drop, finds a guy, breaks out of a tackle before he gets brought down. That is number 1. So the Cowboys have just basically brought in all their backups, and I imagine the Denver Broncos are going to do the same. Oh, why do I have 47 up here? Whoa, miscommunication. Let's correct that. 44-17, not 47. Good Lord. First down for the Cowboys. Joe Milton with a completion up to their own 47. Blue is going to get the call, and he gets thumped down by Hufanga, but not before he gets onto the Broncos side of the field there to the Bronco 46. Cowboys backups trying to mount a little bit of a drive there, make themselves feel just a little better, but they're not also... I'd have to sort by newest. Gotcha. That might be something I check on, commercial breaks, so I'm not away from the game. Milton's going to go single back. We're going to see Turpin motion to the left side. Milton getting chased. Milton just pops a nice little pass over to Schoonmaker. Broncos defense rallies to him, but not until he gets down to the 35 or the 30. It's a gain of 11. Man, I just gotta say, it feels really nice to win a game normally. To just win a game normally. Without any stress. Milton, quick drop, and it gets batted at the line. More tip than anything, I saw a guy jump sideways to knock that thing down. Show me the replay of that so I know who did it. Who done it? No, the Broncos didn't miss the extra point. It's a clerical error. I punched in 47, not 44. The Broncos do not have 47 points. Clerical error. It was a very clerical error on my end, okay? Milton's going to come out in an empty set. Cowboys are at the Bronco 35-yard line. Broncos showing blitz. Milton dropping back, standing in the pocket. The Broncos pulled off. Milton going deep. Milton looking deep. And it's caught for a Dallas touchdown by Tolbert. What a missile by Joe Milton. 35-yard score for the Dallas Cowboys with 4:44 to go. Never thought I'd see the day Danny Jones would score more points in the first 8 games than prime Peyton Manning. Hey, man. Hey, man, wild things happen. What a throw by Milton. Oh, he's out! I don't know. They're going to review that. I don't know what they're going to call that. They're going to review that. We'll see. No change. No real review. All right. Touchdown it is for the Cowboys. Aubrey boots it through. 20-point ball game. There we go. All right. Let's see if I can go sort my posts by newest real quick here. I don't know why it's fighting with me so hard right now. Published. It's not showing me visit community. That's the tab I'm missing. It was just showing me my posts, I think. Sort by newest. As the resident Colts fan, let's use this as the Danny Jones apology form. I got you, Ender Games. I got you, Ender Games. Hang on. I apologize, Mr. FDR Indiana Jones. I was not familiar with your game. There we go. There we go. So, no commercial break here between the possessions. Very rare for the National Football League. We are going to see Aubrey punt this thing away with 4:44 to go. No declared onside kick, surprisingly. Shoots this thing away, fielded at the 4, and that's going to be Marvin Mims returning. Breaks out of a tackle, gets spun down at the 29-yard line. And, okay, Mims was a little slow to get up. Head bounced onto the turf here. And Bo Nix is out of the game. Jarrett Stidham is going to come into the ball game. Stiddy sighting! Stiddy! Let me get some stiddies in chat. Come on. Let me get some stiddies in chat. Come on. Bo Nix is the first Broncos quarterback with 4+ total touchdowns since Peyton Manning in 2013 in multiple games. Stiddy will take the snap, hand it off. That is Dobbins, or not Dobbins, that is Harvey. And Harvey will get stuffed up for 1. Stiddy! I'll flip you around, Ender Games. Titties. So, Jarrett Stidham gonna finish this thing out. Broncos just looking to solve this ball game away, taking their sweet-ass time. I doubt we see Stiddy throw a pass. 3:59 counting down, hands off to Harvey again. Harvey gets turned around after a gain of about 2. I'd be shocked if they let Stiddy throw, but maybe they give him 1 here on 3rd and 7. Once again, Broncos just going to let this clock sizzle down quite a bit. They're going to pull Harvey from the game. Didn't quite see who came in for him. But they might be giving it off to, it's not Dobbins that comes in, so likely going to be Tyler Bidet. And it is. Single back here for Jarrett Stidham. 2 receivers, top of the formation. Stiddy gets the snap off. Hands off right side. Beatty spins. And Beatty might be just barely short. We'll see what they call here. Clock is going to run below 3 minutes. Broncos can run a lot of clock off right here if they really feel like it. Probably win the game if they were to go for it and get the first down. Colts win. Let's go. Oh, yeah, they're to bonus coverage now of the game. Let's go. Bonus coverage. I got the Broncos on 2 TVs. And my computer monitor is a good deal of time ahead. I think. Maybe not. Actually, no. I think my monitor is behind. Broncos ran the clock all the way down. And they called a timeout. All right, I guess I'm calling from the TV now. Because we're a little ahead over on this side. Good Lord. What is happening? I'm getting dragged left and right. So we got the CBS bonus coverage on now, and Broncos going to bring on the punt team after just killing the clock. So it's going to be Crawshaw coming into the game now. I believe it's only the second time Crawshaw's had to punt today. He had the one in the first half, and I think that was it. Looking to pin the Cowboys way, way back. Here's the snap. Crawshaw gets it off clear. He shanked that thing. I saw that coming off of his foot. That is a shankarooner from Crawshaw. Goodness gracious, what a shank from Crawshaw. It's the kind of thing we saw during the preseason. At the very least, it's only at the 35, so it's about a touchback on a kickoff. Very much a garbage punt there, though. I think that's the real first bad shank from Crawshaw this year. Colts win! Bonus coverage! Here we go. 2:24 to go here on the clock. Cowboys looking to get a little bit of pride. Joe Milton coming into the game, or staying in the game, and it is Blue remaining in at running back. Cowboys down to their backup, so pretty much all the starters have come out of the game. Milton calling in Fluharty, or however you say his name. Milton with the snap, hands off to Blue. Blue going right. Blue finds nothing. Maybe falls forward for a gain of 1. That is Wazarike in on the tackle. And he's barking at Hoffman just a little bit. Jonah Ellis seemed a little slow to get up, but he seems okay. Taylor with another 3-touchdown game. Crazy. Hey, you know who else had 3 touchdowns in your games? RJ. RJ Harvey has 3 touchdowns today. 3 touchdowns. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. My goodness. Postgame's going to come out a little later tonight, I will say, just because I've got some family from out of town that I'm going to go visit here after this game. But, of course, I am going to stick out the entire rest of the game. I ain't a quitter, obviously. We stay for the whole thing. We stay for the whole thing. Oh, man. What a game so far, man. I was scared coming into this one. Because really, like, if we were to see the Broncos that we got in the first half last week, the Broncos were not going to be able to escape this the way they escaped the Giants. It was so refreshing watching the Broncos come out and just take it to the Cowboys. We are still in the 2-minute warning commercial break, so we are not missing anything. Don't you worry about a thing. Man, how many subs are we up this stream, man? 132. My God, you guys are the best. I keep saying, I got the best viewers on the internet. I do. Nah, y'all make this all possible, man. I really appreciate you. I think we just crossed, I would have to go check my studio, but I think we just crossed 2,000 hours of watch time. I'm going to take him off the bench and then he'll start playing like he's part of the Dolphins. Probably. You leave RJ Harvey on your bench. Don't you hurt my glorious king. Fucking RJ Harvey. Yeah, we did just pass 2,000 hours of watch time. So like I said, you guys have made every little bit of this possible, man. 2-minute warning. We are still in commercial break. I honestly think I am just going to pull it off of the monitor and we'll finish this thing out on the TV. I'm going to mash the volume down button, though, because I don't need the audio getting picked up and getting my shit copyrighted hard AF. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Joe Milton is under center at their own 30-yard line. Milton takes a snap, hands it off, going left side now to a new running back, number 43. And he's not going to get anywhere. Nobody's really going to take a timeout on this one. Oh, they're showing the Peyton Manning bootleg. They showed the thing. They showed the game. One of the greatest games ever. Man. Yeah, that 2013 Broncos defense was cheeks, might I add. Tony Romo putting up 48 points on us. My goodness. So, clock's gonna tick to 120. Cowboys gonna run another pity play. We'll get another pity play. And we have a stoppage. And it's a timeout by the Cowboys with 1:18 to go. Why are we calling a timeout? Some of us have to pee. So Cowboys call a timeout for no reason with 1:18 to go instead of just taking the down 20, delay a game like men. Oh, man. Absolute cinema this game was. All the Broncos backups in the game. Is that Devon Key in the game? It might be. Turpin gonna motion right to left side. It'll be another handoff to number 43 for the Cowboys, and the Broncos defense is on top of him immediately. That's why I don't understand the timeout, because if we're just trying to run the clock out here, why even take a timeout at that point? 4th and 6, Cowboys are gonna bring on the punt team. They are gonna give the Broncos the victory formation, baby. We are going to get Broncos victory formation. They're going to let the clock tick down as far as it can go. Everyone just wants to go home at this point. Everybody just wants to go home at this point, and I frankly don't quite blame anybody. I think we're going to do a live post game. Here's Anger on for the punt. He's angry he has to be here still. That was Riley Moss backing up at punt return. I don't even know where they're going to give that to him. Looks like they spot it at the 9. So out comes the Broncos offense with Jarrett Stidham leading the helm. They're going to take one kneel down, and we are going to get out of here. Broncos country, we have won a game normally. We don't have to, no deep breaths. No, just blood pressure is normal. Heart rate is good. We'll go check that Bengals post before we're done. Jarrett Stidham is going to get into the kneel down formation, and he takes that knee, and the Denver Broncos walk out of here with a victory. The Denver Broncos have shellacked the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, let's go find the Bengals post that Ender Games is talking about here. Hang on. What did the Bengals post? Is it that bad? Oh, are you going to make me go on Twitter? You're going to make me go on Twitter. You're going to make me go on Twitter. You're going to make me go on Twitter. You're going to make... Oh, you're going to make me go on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. All right. What did the Bengals post? 24 hours ago is what we're looking for. There's 4 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours. Do y'all gotta post every little thing, bruh? Is it gonna make me make an account to go see it? Bruh. Ender Games, you might just have to give me a link to this, man. You might just have to... You may just have to, like... Give me a link here, because I'm not making a Twitter account. I guess I had one from when I thought I wanted one. Just to see whatever tweets were coming out, but whatever. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm not making a Twitter account. Send me a link. Put a link in chat. I'm not signing up for Twitter. Oh man, so it is a huge Denver Broncos victory. Massive Denver Broncos victory, 44-24. The Broncos came out and looked like world beaters, man. Usually we would go a little longer on the stream, but as I mentioned, I do have family in town that I do want to go see. They don't come into town much. So I'm going to cut the stream here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed during the stream. I think we're up like 6, 8 maybe? We're up to 132, which is ridiculous. Flying a plane into a stadium, you can't... Oh, no! You can't do that to a New York team, no. Yeah, that explains why they lost. Just in the community posts. We'll go see this. I've still got my I've got my display thingamabobber up. We'll go check it. 133, by the way. Good God. Did you put it in the community? Or, what'd you send my link to? What did you send the link to? Did you post it on the community page, or where did you post it? I signed your I signed your Danny Dimes thing. Give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, by the way, like, the community posts are open, by the way. Like, you guys are all welcome to go post down there for shits and giggles. You guys are all very welcome to post in the community. Obviously, post good stuff. I don't condone or allow for hate and shit, but posted. Okay, let me refresh. I might take an attempt or two, but I really want to see this now. Bruh. Top, newest. It is fighting with me. Notifications? Anything. Anything at all. Anything. It is all fighting with me right now. Technology. We love technology. It's not even showing that you posted it, unfortunately. My goodness. Visit community. Come on, YouTube. Fucking work with me here, man. It is not working with me. Good lord. I'll have to go look at it on just kind of on my own time. But yeah. We're gonna cut the stream off here. Like I said, do have some stuff that I'm gonna go do with some family that I haven't seen in a few years. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, obviously. Thank you for everything. This stream has been outstanding. I have the best audience in football, and you know, even if we root for different teams, we're all a team here. All right, I sound like an idiot. All right, thank you all so much for watching. I love doing this. You guys make it worth it. And yeah, I will have a post game up either later tonight or tomorrow. We might stream it. I'll schedule it before, so like you guys are aware and everything. But yeah,